I'm not late. I'm not late. It's just 2 minutes for real. What's up, everybody? What's up, Shanna? Smashing that bass. Ray official. I just had to go get Jason. Had to go get Jason. Had to go get Jason. Yo, how everybody been doing? How was everybody holiday? You know, hope everybody have a had a great holiday. How y'all doing? Yeah, yeah, we just don't sit here. Let whoever come in. I only see like two people. Ray official, what's up? Smashing that bass, what's up? Well, Cass quit. Cass quit and got fired. Yeah, she got fired, you know, and she quit. Yeah, Cass got fired. So I don't know if she coming. She's in the background yelling and screaming. How you doing, Sophia? Welcome to 2 Hour for Life.
I didn't quit. You fired me.
Yeah, so, you got all these ladies on here ready to beat me up.
I didn't quit. You fired me.
So come on and tell them what happened. Tell them what happened. How you quit, or
I didn't quit. You
fired me. Say your point of view. Come tell the people your point of view. Why you not here? Huh?
You fired me.
Don't do it for me. Do it for them.
What?
You tell them what happened. You know what I mean?
What happened?
Why you terminated your service?
You fired me. You're gonna have to up my figure.
So
you're gonna have to up the terms.
You yeah. Hey. Come on and tell the people. Tell the people what happened. And tell the people what happened, man. Yeah, Cass terminated her.
I didn't terminate. You fired me.
Cass terminated her services for 2 Hour for Life. You know what I mean? You know, it's not a good thing. She's saying that I fired her. Yeah, I fired her after she quit. You know what I mean? It was a series of no calls, no shows. You know what I mean? So when I approached the very hostile employee, I got a lot of back chat, and so she basically terminated her employment before I could fire her, but I didn't want to look bad, so I've been telling people that I fired her. You know what I mean? I fired you after you quit. So that don't count. You know what I mean? Yeah. Jova said, go find your good labor lawyer. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Yeah, man. And one of the reasons, it was a series of no calls and no shows. And the production of the show, a lot of the production of this show, this live, happens in the car, So last week it was an extremely, rough live because I was in here kind of like by myself, and it's I don't know if anybody done a live before, but it's extremely difficult doing a live by yourself because it's like you're talking to yourself, you know what I mean? And I'm more of an engaging person, and I really needed her help, but she was up. She just didn't feel like coming. She was tired, so or whatever the case is, so she didn't come to work last week. So after that, we had a conversation about that. This is before she really turned in her resignation. We had a conversation, and the conversation was, so what are you going to do the live next week on? And I told her, right? I told her we're going to do a live on a woman's place in society. You know what I mean? And she said, what do you mean by that? That sounds like chauvinistic without even hearing me out. And I'm not saying that it's a chauvinistic. According to her, I'm a chauvinistic asshole that, and I'm getting worse in my older age, man. When that 50 hit, you start getting that old fashioned shit. You know what I mean? So what was so bad about being old fashioned? But it's not really old fashioned, and I'm not. It became something more than what I was implying, because I'm not a chauvinist, man. I believe in total equality of all people. You know what I mean?
When it's convenient.
Yeah, and that's the point. A lot of people say they believe in total equality, but that total equality only works out of their own particular convenience. You know what I'm saying? So Cass is a alpha, you know what I mean, which gives us two alpha. So there's a constant struggle for dominance in this household. Constant struggle for dominance, you know what I mean? And I'm not one of them all pushover husbands that just you tell anything, ha ha, and you jump. Because I ain't like that. I gotta be on board. And I have a mind of my own, and she equally has a mind of her own. Sometimes those individualities conflict. A lot of individuality conflict, you know what I mean? And a lot of that is due to personality and upbringing and all of that, So the deep in the conversation is kind of like, what when I mentioned it later on in the week, I think it was Wednesday, she's like, well, what are you going to do next week on this after she quit or got fired or however it was? She's like, what do you? I was like, I told you what it was. You don't remember? I don't remember. So yesterday she asked again, and I said, I don't know. So today she asked again, right? So I was like, I thought I didn't know if she quit or got fired or whatever the heck, right? So I said, I told you Sunday, and you asked, and you whatever happened, and now you don't remember. So I told her it's going to be about A Woman's Place. So then the whole thing that happened on last Sunday sparked back up how I'm such a chauvinist, and I think A Woman's Place. And I said, I would like to hear, your point of view on what do you think of A Woman's Place. And Cass is not like a person that sits back and say, let me think about it. You know what I mean? She usually has a rapid answer, but she instantly said, how you doing, Erica, from my fly family? Yeah. So she instantly said, let me think about it. And her response was, a woman's place should be wherever she wants to be.
I said that there's no.
Come on, people are here. You don't got to talk in the background. You can join us.
You can put Zadie to sleep.
Zadie can put herself to sleep. She's not a baby.
She's gonna start crying.
Yo, Zadie's bigger than her. Yo, Zadie's bigger than her. And she's gonna talk about she got to put Zadie to sleep. Come join us, my love. Come join us. So tell us how the conversation went. Tell us how the conversation went.
What the fuck Ralphie show said?
What? Yeah, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of that. But yeah, go ahead. Let me just give your introduction.
What?
Go ahead, finish telling me what we're talking about now today in the car. When you said you had to think about it, you said that a woman's place should be wherever the fuck she wanted to be.
No, I said that it shouldn't be gender-based at all. That's what I said. I told you that by putting no mention of woman's place, there's so much connotations.
There's a lot of women in here. They want to hear what the hell Armel got to say.
That come with that sounds sexist and chauvinist. And he said something that was actually both empowering and chauvinistic all in the
what
same
was it that I said?
Sentence.
What did I say? Because I don't even remember. I say so much shit.
Can you chat too much shit? Remember you said sometimes.
What did I say? What did I say?
See if I remember exactly what you said. He said that a lot of women don't realize that they are the center of the world, right? That they're the center of things. Mm-hmm. And then what else did he say? He said some bullshit.
Okay, this is what I said. Let me just bring this back, right?
Why you doing my shit bottle? That's the way I do my smoothies.
I don't know what the hell it's for. I just asked you to bring me something to drink. Hey, this is how this was, right? I told her that I believe that A
You see?
woman, it's
Man, you're
like,
missing a large because they got a lot of money. Exactly. The money green too.
what's money green? I can't see. You know, everybody know I can't see. What is that?
Real official
Said what?
Jova said Real official first said Jova out here marching for female rights. They have the right to cook, make babies, and don't talk when the man is talking. I don't know which fucking
That
world
game
you're
is
in, Real
over.
official.
That
And
game is
then
over.
and then Jova is like Real officials missing a large consumer they got a lot of money. That is true.
Who got a lot of money?
Women.
Nah, for real though, women, uh, women are the key, right? A good man, and this is kind of what I told Cass. If you see a good man, you know, a powerful man, it's usually a woman that empowers that dude. You know what I mean? His confidence, his swag, his everything. That should. He doesn't. A woman is the battery of every man. You know what I mean? It's empowering for. If you see a confident man, you know, a man that makes moves. There's if you look to the side of him, you usually would see a woman, a woman that's empowering that. You know what I mean? So also something I said was, anybody play chess? You know what I'm saying? If anybody play chess, the most versatile piece on the board is the queen. You see what I'm saying? The king don't move but so much, like left, right, one space at a time. He don't do that much. He don't do that much. You know what I mean? But
You're useless as they are in the
it's
world.
yeah. But when she could call it useless because the media and all of this stuff, like the man doesn't have a place and all of this shit, and I can do anything fucking thing I want to do. But when that man is down, the rest of the whole shit fall apart. It don't matter how many pieces you got on the board. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, right, that job or that piece, right, moves all around the board. And I play chess. I really don't try not to move the queen unless it's absolutely necessary. You know what I mean? Unless it's absolutely positively necessary, because it's too valuable of a piece to lose. You see what I'm saying? It's too valuable of a piece to lose. So you got all of these other done it ass pieces that you could just play, move around and play with, sacrifice and grow with. You know what I mean? But if you lose the queen, you hit. So my strategy is with more of a novice player that moves their queen too much is the box that queen in. To make that queen, I don't necessarily have to take it, but to make that queen uh block her in. You know what I mean? Make her basically useless. Once I neutralize that queen, the game is mine. You know what I mean? If I neutralize it, I don't necessarily even got to take it. And I usually don't take it just to give that person that much confidence. You know what I mean? But once that queen is neutralized, the game is over. And I see that in society, and I notice a pattern which sparked this conversation anyway, was that once you tell this woman, or once you tell a woman that she can clearly define her role, right? And I hear a lot of women, I don't need no man, XYZ, but I ain't never really heard no man say they don't need no woman. You know what I mean? Never, ever, 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 ever heard. I haven't, some dudes might have said that, you know what I mean? They might say, F this.
From the Kevin Samuels, that shit.
They don't say that. I don't know because I don't listen to it because I have my opinion on people who do this Kevin Samuels thing, but because he's preaching to a particular audience of men that what I mean, or that have been taken advantage of or run down, or what I mean, like that. And I haven't experienced those type of problems in my life, from my experience. I'm sure I've seen guys that just have a lot of problems, but I particularly haven't had those problems, so I can't relate. And nothing he say is very interesting to me. So I never even connected. I listen. A buddy of mine sends me these videos. It's like, we listen to this trash, man. And I was like, this dude, he empowers the weak, and I've been fortunate enough not to be one of those dudes that needs that.
Erica.
What? What she said?
Is that woman don't mean need a man. We're set up to keep pushing on without a man.
And you should be able. So the conversation built on, right? What is it? What is it? You know what I mean? So back in the days, right? If we was a family of farmers and shit, right? And you know what I mean, the son and the father had to go out to war or some shit like that, and they were to die, or during World War II or something like that, right? All the men got drafted and went over to fight the Japanese and the Germans, and the women had to basically run the country, go to work, run the factories, XYZ, right? Or run the farm, take care of the farm until these dudes came back. So I figured that was the first step to equal rights. They did all the work and everything, right? He's like, that's good. These women could go out and work. 20 years later, we got a dual income household, everybody going out there earning. You know what I mean? So everybody out there earning, and then all the prices go up, and now you can't, is very difficult to live on a single income. You got to have both people working. Fine and dandy with that, right? But the moral of the story is a woman should be able to do the same thing that a man should be able to do, and they should be paired and partners, right? With that being said, all things being equal, this shit can't be conditional when you feel like it, or as a matter of fucking convenience. You see what I'm saying? So you can't have chivalry, or you can't have every time you walk up to the car, this dude is driving. Cass. Just because he's supposed to be the driver, or the chivalry type shit. You got to have equal. Not as a matter of convenience, or take out the trash or some shit like that. With me, the standards is damn different. You know what I mean?
I take out the trash sometimes.
All right.
What are you talking about? I bring the trash can back in.
Okay.
Sometimes you forget.
So we're not gonna personalize that. We ain't gonna talk about the trash. But these expectations. You
said Cass when you said that.
What I'm saying that I'm just giving an example. I was just chopping it, right? What I'm saying is, right, the standard is supposed to be equal, right? But when convenient, it's conditional. You know what I mean? There's a standard of what a good dude is supposed to be. But what's the standard on these standards today on what a good woman is supposed to be? Because all of those standards, what they used to have for what they set in the past for the men, that shit still stands. But what they set for a woman, that shit don't stand no more. So why do we have to stand by this, and they stand and they don't have to stand by it? You see what I'm saying? Which gets back to what
makes a good woman was based on sexist notions.
Everything's based on some kind of implicit bias. What I'm saying is, right, the standards on what a real dude is supposed to be, on a real man is supposed to be, was on sexist standards as well. Because everybody ain't built like this.
Which is why when you asked me the question, I said, give me a minute to think. And I said to you, it shouldn't be gender-based at all. That's what I said to you. But you said,
I don't think it is.
But then you pointed out that,
everything's gender-based.
That man and woman are
equal.
No, you said there's a reason why, because some creatures in the world, in nature, don't have a specific gender, but the human race have male and female.
They got a lot of choices, is what I said.
It's for a reason. No. You keep on.
It's for a reason. Okay, they have a reason.
It's for a reason. And what are the reasons? And shouldn't it be based on those reasons?
Absolutely. And I did say that something of that sort. I did say that, right? For anybody who don't know me, man, I'm
exactly. So if she said you're Neanderthals, I'm involved.
I'm a fucking I believe in, I'm a real what they call a Rasta Buddhist.
Yes,
I believe in holistic approach. I believe in universal balance. You know what I mean? I believe that everything is the way it is for a reason, and I believe in cause and effect, right? I also explained to Cass in the car, right, that there's animals in nature that have that are asexual. There's animals in nature that have, both organs or whatever the heck, right? And then there's things in nature that are positive and things that are negative. There's things in nature that are male and female, right? If the shit was supposed to be the same, right? They would have the same shit, right? But being that they're not the same, why is it different? So we're going to take away the difference. Women are women and men are men, right? Why are women women? Because women do shit that men can't do. And that's fact. Women and men do shit that women don't do, right? That's fact. That's fact. So because what happened?
She said, "If you believe that, why keep cutting me off? Cut me off."
I'm not cutting you off.
No, you finish what you're saying.
So men are men and women are women. Women can do shit that men can't, absolutely positively can't do, and men can do shit that women absolutely positively can't do. You know what I mean? As a matter of physical composition. You know what I mean? As a matter of physical composition, right? Now, with the things that women can do that men can't do, right? They should complement each other, not daggone roll over each other for the dominant spot. The queen can't be the king, and the king can't be the queen because his ass only can move one step at a time. You see what I'm saying? But he can't jump all over the board. So that's what I'm saying. So now that a woman does the shit that a woman can do and a man can do some shit that men can do, yes, they can cross exchange and do. They supposed to be able to do what each other can do or look out for each other or compliment each other. A lot of some of the things, but in that harmony, in that balance, you got to have balance, or the shit is all thrown the fuck off, and you got all of these, women or these young ladies out here that, thinking that the only way to please a man is to screw him all the time and sex is all they have to offer and all of this, or and it's serious. Women using it over sexualized, you know what I mean? In order to get the things they want, like like there's no other alternative. And then you got men who are use women for that particular prospect or for that particular thing and that particular thing only. And then you have, men that are, I think society is kind of like demasculating the men and then shifting a woman to out of control and then shifting a woman to push him or deter him or push him away. You see what I'm saying? By telling them, he's like, you independent, you don't need no man, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I make my own money. And why it stopped being a family? It's this shit, seriously. I truly believe this feminization, this fucking pro-power movement is really destroying the families. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Relationships have become entirely too disposable. Oh, fuck that dude. Da, 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 da.
That goes both ways.
You know what I mean?
That goes both ways. Because men also I treat women as if they're disposable sometimes too. So what the hell are you talking about? You make it sound like it's all one-sided, as if also males not playing a part.
Like I said, I can't speak for a woman. I can only look at it from the opposite side.
Women have had, because of the fact again that some men are not stepping up. Women have had no choice but to play both roles.
I think the men didn't know how to step up. And thank you for mentioning that. I think that men haven't been stepping up out of a lot of social conditioning. And a lot of men over the past few decades been growing up in a single parent household where there's always a woman. So they never had like a men example in the household. So they had a woman telling them how to be a dude. And how does that shit work? I don't know. And let me tell you this.
But then again, it's not only the woman's fault why that happens, because some men keep it moving. You go from one to another.
They don't know. They don't know how to sit
to another. And there's no excuse about, well, I grew up in a single female household. Poor hoo me. After a while, when you reach a certain age, I'm not gonna say 18, but 21, you start to make your own choices as to how you go about your life. So whatever your childhood
men make man choice. Men make man choice,
experiences may have been is not an excuse for what
carry
you
on.
make adult decisions, because we all
everybody
has
trauma.
Everybody
carries that trauma.
And the decisions that you make afterwards.
Everybody has trauma, and everybody has trauma.
You say, why are you talking over me?
Okay, all right, shut up.
Are you going to try to work past your trauma and become a better human being and a better partner and a better person? Everybody have fucking trauma. I came from with both parents, and I also have trauma still. And you know that.
Well, you have both parents, but there's a difference. And this is something that I noticed this shit might not be motherfucking rocket science, right? Typically, right? Regardless of the trauma, typically, right? Women that grew up in a household with their father, they deal with men differently from ones who haven't. And I don't know, but that's typically from my particular experience. So from my particular experience, it just,
Yeah, again, it depends on the relationship they have their father, no, isn't it? Women tend to marry their fathers.
That deviates. Yeah, and that's the thing. Women tend to marry their fathers if they knew their father. So somebody similar to somebody with characteristics or behavioral traits similar to their fathers.
What did my brother-in-law say when he met you and he started laughing?
I don't know. You tell the story.
He said that you say, Cassidy, that's another Mr. Scott, Cassidy, and you're pretty much marry your father. Because you have traits very similar to my father, and I said to that all the time.
So, well, your father was quite a character.
He was quite a character. That is true.
Your father was quite a character. You know what I mean? I couldn't say that. He was quite a character, but he was a stand-up type dude. You know what I mean?
I know, but again, I have my.
And he had his own. He had his own.
We all have our issues.
He had his own stuff. He had his own stuff. And he dealt with what he dealt with.
He was there my entire life, so I can't say he was there. So I should say that he was there.
But I said women that grew up around and there with their father or male. It doesn't necessarily be father. It could be grandfather or uncles. They deal with dudes a little bit different.
This is about to wind off.
Now, what's it saying? You putting all of this, women are more dominant in the relationship.
Because we make sure everything is good. We put everyone in front of ourselves. We aren't physically stronger, but we are.
That's some women.
And socially.
That's some women. That's some women. That doesn't apply to all of them. You know what I mean? That doesn't apply for all of them. You know what I mean? Some women stay, and they say they put everything to the side, but you get a certain woman, they ain't having it. They out. O-U-T, out. You know what I mean? They're out. You know what I mean? And they don't deal a lot. They don't deal with a lot of non-progressive foolishness. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, yeah, Gabo.
Women stay longer than they should to keep everything stable. You think so?
That is true. Sometimes the women need to leave a relationship and they don't leave because they think it's what's best for the overall family.
I don't think all women do.
Or the kids, or whatever reasons they stay.
I think breaking up too goddamn easy. But I don't know, because I'm not in that I'm not in that position. But this is an example of something that happened, right? Women were given the right to vote, I think, in the early 19th century, right? It was a movement called the temperance movement. Now, in this movement, one of the first things, part of the problems that was going on, it was the beginning of the main industrial era. So the men were going to work 10, 12, 16 hours a day for shitty ass pay. And as soon as they get off work, they would start drinking and visiting whorehouses and all of this stuff. And the women were fighting for the right to vote. They got their right to vote. And one of the first things that they helped pass once they got their right to vote was to prohibition of alcohol. Why would anybody prohibit alcohol in a country full of fucking alcoholics? Right? So, does prohibiting alcohol solve the problem? At the time, these women thought that prohibition of alcohol would solve this problem. Like that men would go to work and just come home and they wouldn't be coming home drunk or visiting these bars or these brothels and these sexist ass places or whatever, and wouldn't come home with diseases and all this kind of stuff. So they they pressed and pressed and voted these laws into place and made sure that these congressmen and these senators and these presidents or whatever passed this law through, and they were pushing. We end up in like almost 20 years of alcohol prohibition that may rise to into the gangster era, where in the bank robberies and the machine guns, which brought us in the 2A world, during that era, the NFA laws, all because of all the crime and the violence that happened during this alcohol prohibition era. And stuff that we are still in the 2A community are dealing with today. You know, just from women thinking that if we take away the alcohol, we'll make it illegal. If they go to jail, they have these alcohol, that so they'll act right.
So you're blaming women because of what happened in 1920s.
I'm not blaming women. It was just a result. It was a result. It's historical result of the Templars movement, and that's fact. I'm not blaming it on women. But the results of that movement created these crazy shit that happened and the consequences of it, right? At the same time, a positive thing, right? The Civil Rights era, the Civil Rights Act that passed, right? When those ladies is like, fuck it, we ain't going to work, we boycotting these buses in Birmingham, and that wasn't the only place, but all over the country. And these rich women, they weren't active on the voting scene or whatever, but they wasn't getting their help at the time. They was like, fuck this. They told their husband, y'all better do what the fuck y'all got to do to get this, this act passed, because I'm not having Maybelle coming here late, or not coming at all for these children. Yeah, to take care of these kids. The woman pressed that Civil Rights Act. The woman in the family, these white families, they pushed the Civil Rights Act. Same time, right? Flip script. Later on, 1990s, LGBTQ Act, the Sexual Equality Act, right? Men, right? Been running around. They've been what they call it, in the closet. Or a lot of them wasn't in a closet. People knew that they were they knew who they was, and a lot of the gay men back then didn't give a fuck. They just did what they did and go where they go, and that was what. They didn't care if society accepted them. It seems like they didn't care and they've been functioning like this forever. All of a sudden, when a lot of the women, why you not having kids? These educated women, it was a woman that pushed the LGBTQ community out there. You see what I'm saying? Not the men.
What's so interesting, Strackhouse is mentioning about so many families made fortunes from prohibition and organized crime. And we were actually talking.
We talked about that. We talked about the Kennedys.
The Kennedy, JFK father was the biggest bootlegger ever.
Yeah, he wasn't a bootlegger. He was a financier, whatever. But yeah, so shit. This. We get in. We could get a lot into that. Anybody feel free to drop in and click the link. Y'all can curse me out. I don't give a fuck. I don't have that weak of a character. You feel me? So, but basically what I'm saying, a lot of women that compliment. But what we want to talk about during this live is, what is a woman's place? I personally think, and this is the juicy shit, I personally think a woman's place is to empower that dude. You know what I mean? Empower that dude. You know what I mean? Because a woman, right, the right woman equipped with the right tools and the right mentality and the right drive can take the weakest dude on earth and create something and help him to become something great. Now, women may have it messed up. They think they could change it, man. Yo, you can't make a spade a heart. You know what I mean? But you can make that. You can get that spade to become greater or play that position better. You know what I mean? Or be the greatest spade. But you can't make it a heart. I like to say, and I've been telling Cass for years, you can't change a man, but you can damn sure train him. Men are trainable as fuck. You know, you can damn sure train him. You know what I mean? You can't make a man do shit. A woman can't make a man do shit, but you can daggone train him. And with that support is kind of like, all right, you got to get this man in a particular mind state. What somebody say, Cass? You laughing?
People saying several things. First, Jova is mentioning about the Daughters of Confederacy and how they fucked up the education system.
That too.
And then Jova mentioned the customs, the industrial revolution, like some of the rich people got from the prohibition, I guess. And then Alvin Battles said something funny.
What did he say?
That the feminist movement did just as much damage to the black community, if not more, than the Clinton-Klein bill. And then he says man has all the power. That's some Kevin Samuels bullshit.
Yeah, that's Dutch. Yeah. So anybody feel free to drop in, click the link. You drop the link, Cass?
The link is there.
Drop the link. Anybody feel free. But for real, I just feel that a woman's place is by that dude's side. Thick and thin, riding, whatever. That's a woman's place. So if this nigga is out here, excuse my language, if this dude is out here grabbing the AR, she should be just as confident. You know what I mean? She shouldn't be when you going out on the road or whatever, and he put his strap on and he put his holster in his gun. So should she. You see what I'm saying? Because he might not be there. You see what I'm saying? They have to back each other. You can't depend on, if everything is equal, you can't depend on a man to fucking protect you. You know what I mean? You can't depend on a man to protect your family. Right? You have to be able to protect yourself, protect your man, and protect your family. Or protect whoever else you want to feel like protecting. It should be equal across the board. So if you see him strapping the fuck up, you strap the fuck up. You see him training, you go with him, because everything he do, because that's what make it great, when you do the shit together. United we stand, divided we fall. If the family is fucked and split, and I ain't doing fuck you show for this shit, you doomed. You know what I mean? If you doing business together, you know, if you doing a business, if your man don't got your back on your business, man, the business usually gonna be fucked. If your woman don't, if you doing something and this woman don't got your back and she ain't got the research, like I fired Cass, and that's why we ain't have no whiteboards or none of this shit, because she let me fire her. She should supposed to have been like, you ain't fired me, and stepped up. But you know that it was a you know, it was a matter of choice. It was a matter of her choice that we're a little unprepared. But whatever we're doing, it should be 100% back. It's commitment, 100%. We got each other back. We got this role. Like you do this background and you do this side, I do that side, but we doing the same thing. If I can't do this, I should be able to do some of the stuff that she do. You know what I'm saying? We should back each other up and compliment each other. You know what I mean? So that's what Armel think a woman's place is. You know what I'm saying? A woman's place is besides her man.
Come and help him. I'm gonna go help him.
Somebody drop in and come help me, because she gotta do mommy stuff. You know, she gotta do mommy stuff. But somebody come on in and talk and speak your piece, because I'll go on all night and I might sound like an asshole at the end of the day. And I ain't, you know what I mean, but a man without a woman, you know what I mean, is questionable, bro. You know what I mean? A man without a woman, I think is you know, and you know what's crazy though? A woman without a man, right? A lot of this single parent shit is glorified. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, she's doing good, XYZ. But single woman that I know that are raising kids, if they had a choice, they wouldn't have that shit. You know what I mean? That shit like the hardest thing in the world. And I wouldn't, that shit painful, bro. You know what I mean? That shit painful as the fuck. And it decreased, especially with a boy. Oh my God. Especially with a boy. You might be able to get away with it with a little bit of with a girl, you know what I mean? But with a boy, oh my God. You could get a little further with a young lady, but with a single parent, a single mother with a single mother with a son or sons, that shit crazy, yo. That shit like has to be, and I know women uh and it's glorified because there are some success stories, you know what I mean? There are these, Barack Obama ass dudes and shit, but that shit few and far in between, yo. You know, you shouldn't, do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do it by yourself. You know what I mean? Even with the young ladies, raising these young ladies, you know what I mean? What example, these young ladies have of how to select a partner? Because that's what it truly is. A relationship between a man and a woman is truly and honestly a partnership. I think it's truly and honestly a partnership, and in that partnership, everybody got to give in. You know what I mean? So Cass Place is supposed to be making sure that I keep going. You know what I mean? And my place is to make sure that she has the support that she needs to keep me going. You know what I mean? I have to make sure that she has the support that she needs to keep me going. And she has to give me what everything I need to keep me going. So it's a mutual exchange. It has to be. It has to be, because the moment that is not a mutual exchange, that's when shit fall apart. Dead serious. That's when shit fall apart. The problem that I'm seeing now is the media and all of this shit, all these motherfuckers in and out of here, they don't even want that exchange, that mutual exchange to take place. They say, do it out. We'll give you a fucking check. You don't need no man. Keep that motherfucker out of the house. You need the extra money. We'll give you a subsidy. You see what I'm saying? We'll give you a fucking subsidy. Kick this dude out. You know what I mean? You don't need them. We'll back it up. Well, what about, yeah, we'll take care of your kids or whatever. What about showing, you know what I mean, your boy how to bounce a ball or change the fucking oil or fix a tire or change the brakes on a car? You, well, you can learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And teach them, or let the school teach them, or so you can become more reliant on the system and not your man. Women need to be able to rely on dudes. Women need to be able to rely on men. You know what I mean? So this little boy, he ain't know how to change the oil in his car or use a screwdriver or fix a fucking door or anything, because he wasn't in a position, he wasn't around men, proper dudes to learn how to do that. I know how to change oil. I don't change no fucking oil. Do I know how to do it? Very fucking well. I'm not certain. I ain't fixing no fucking car. Do I know how to change the brakes? Do I know how to do it? Yes. Am I? No. Take that shit to Walmart, motherfucking Amoco, some shit. Am I doing it? No. Do I know how to do it? Yes. You know what I mean? Putting together the goddamn furniture. I can't hanging up fucking curtains. Do I know how to do it? Yes. Do I want to do it? No. I won't have no fucking curtains. I'm not doing the shit unless Cass absolutely demand that it gets done. You know what I'm saying? But can I teach my son how to do these things? Yes. Can I show my daughter how it's supposed to be done? Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? But I'm here. Some people don't have that. Can Cass daggone do something? Yes. Because a lot of times she's been around her father her entire life. She's been around her uncles her entire life. So her uncles and her father, the men in her life created a standard. You know what I mean? So when she's dealing with a dude, she know what that standard look like. You see what I'm saying? She know what that standard look like. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to, the man that she chooses to partner with has to at least be at this standard. Now, me personally, me personally, a standard. If there's no fucking standard, like what are you going by? And I grew up around. I have a lot of daggone aunts. You know what I mean? Lots and lots of aunts. You know what I mean? And I have a standard as far as what I expect out of a woman. You see what I'm saying? And those are the fucking minimums, fucking minimums. One, you gotta have this. You know what I mean? That fucking shit. Yo, I don't deal, men got to stop dealing with women, looking at women as if they're fucking sexual objects, as if that's the only thing they got to offer. And that's actual factual, bro. They got to look at women like how, as an add-on. How is this person that I'm dealing with going to add on to my life? You know what I mean? I told Cass way back when, I said, yo, you're gonna get me rich. Just particular the mindset and the movements she was making and the room, the rooms and that she was in, her education, her set of her educational assets, you know what I mean? And that was something that I felt like I needed to be able to be introduced to that part part of the deficiency that I was particularly lacking, that cultural element uh where around being able to deal with different types of people, you know what I mean? Communications, you know what I mean? I wasn't, I'm still not the best communication. What's the word you gave me? She cussed me out with a fancy word. What's that word, Cassian? Yeah, she done told me what she done called me. She done cussing me out in fancy words. I gotta look up in the dictionary. You know what I mean? Obtuse, like that's like one of them RGG isosceles. You know what I mean? But it's isosceles. Isosceles maybe be a 45. Obtuse is a 120. So yeah, it's just stuff like that with these words and the English language, and then business. I'm a worker bee ass dude, and I would never ever thought before I met Cass to be to think about total independence. I'm that dude. I'm gonna go to work and work and work and work and get retire and get the damn pension and just live life. I never ever thought about ownership or investment income or passive income or different or three different types of revenue streams. I would never, my mind, yo, get the bag, get as much bag as you can, blow that shit, live this life. I would, without being around her, I would have never even thought about the next 100 years because I was living in the now and until I die. I never thought about what am I going to leave my grandkids? You know what I mean? Why, or why I never thought about, sending my daughter to college and she has to beg a motherfucker for a job. You know what I'm saying? My daughter sit there, graduate from Virginia Tech, got laid off, and have to do all of these interviews like she begging somebody to fucking get a job. That shit really hurt me, yo. It's like, and I'm kind of like thinking, like, is it my fault that I wasn't able to? And she's an architect. Is it my fault that I was not able to employ my own daughter? You see what I'm saying? Here we go with so with that, it was like fuck it, it's like I was already got this degree. Let her do the plan. So it was with that, get her to draw up plans and actually build a construction company. But I couldn't feed her what giant corporate America could feed her. I probably could have. I probably could have if I started thinking like this from the beginning, thinking about the future when I started, you know what I mean? Or I would like, you know, my grandkids to not have to work for money, to work to live or work to survive. So they may not be able to do that themselves. So my job, and I probably would never even got that unless I had a woman by my side that was pressing that. So it's like all the other shit. I would like, my grandkids, my grandson to work, not to survive, but just because he wants to work, you know what I mean? And not just to be useless, know how to do things, but do things because he knows how to do things and he wants to do things. You see what I'm saying? Not have to beg somebody in corporate America for a job or a place, or have to worry about a place to live or evictions or mortgage. But without me being empowered to get information and learn how to do this, I would have never. And that empowerment came from a woman, and that it came from women. I'm gonna pass it down to my son and my grandson. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have that, and the my father didn't know a lot of the things to pass down to me, and his father didn't know a lot of things to pass down to him. You know what I mean? So it's like that. But like I said, anybody feel free to jump in. Here go Dutch. Yo, Alvin Battles is a wild cat, yo. Come on in here and holler at me, Dutch. I know you sitting in the house ain't doing shit. Come on in. Somebody come in. Jova Ray, come in. Somebody holler at me, man. I'm sitting here by myself. Vote. Yo, on the other side, right? Yo, the internet is some bullshit, right? The internet be pushing this real estate investing shit like crazy. They be pushing that shit like it's sexy. That shit ain't sexy, bro. Yo, do your research. Get with somebody who's realistic with you. Because if anybody just get with you and say, "Yo, this shit the easiest shit in the world," and they bullshit, you know what I mean? All these gurus and they bullshitting you. Get with somebody and iron out a path of build relationships. You know what I mean? That's really like 90% of the game. Build relationships, get information. You know what I mean? Create a network. Uh, because you hop into that shit, you're gonna end up at loss. And the reality of it, real estate has a 98% fail rate. That shit ain't sexy at all. what type of investment that's like damn near guaranteed. But they pushing that shit like it's the fastest way to get bread, and it's not. You know what I mean? Can you make bread? Yes. You know what I mean? But you should be doing your due diligence, you know what I mean, making the right connections, you know what I mean, and learning how to move, you know. Yeah, because that's like you see these houses, it's like $50,000, and he's like, hey, the houses around here are selling for $200,000. Well, I get it, I'll flip it and fix this shit up, knowing that you're gonna not knowing that you're gonna be putting more money into the repair than the fucking shit is worth, and there's no way to recoup it. You know, but that's a whole different aspect of the story, and that shit is crazy. What's up, man? People leaving alive, man. I guess Cass left and people leave. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, somebody who else saying yeah, Dutch talking that feminist movement stuff. Alvin Strap House. Yo, Strap House Customs. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Like this break.
You like what? You like
What are you
what?
talking about? It says you have 16 people in.
Yeah, but go ahead. Yes.
Everybody touch the like button.
Bovo, come in, man.
Isika? Urban Gardening Chronicle is good evening. What's that?
Urban Garden Chronicles, come on in, man. You don't got to turn the
Wait a
camera
second.
on. Just
Wait
come
a
on
second. Man is from God and woman is from man. Yo,
I don't know about all of that
what
shit.
the fuck you get that bullshit from?
That's that Kevin Samuels bullshit.
Man is from God and woman is from man, and man's power comes from God, not woman. You know God is a woman, right?
Well,
have you looked at nature, Elvin? Do you understand how nature works? You know?
And it depends on the definition of God too, because the definition of God, English is a fucked up ass language, man. English is a fucked up language, bro. English is, and I didn't learn English till I was messing with Cass. Cass taught me some English, right?
Dutch. I know you get them.
English is fucked up.
Anyway,
English is a language where bad means good, and what you think is good is not good, is bad, and it's all twisted up, right?
I want to talk about religion.
So I ain't talk about religion because a lot of that stuff, like that was written in English, the stuff that's written in English it doesn't translate from the original the same way.
King George version,
King James version. It doesn't translate the same damn way. The English doesn't have the translation like that.
Point, though.
Yeah.
How is it that you had dudes named John and John? How come they had such English names in the Middle East back in the day?
Yo.
I want to get into that.
Yo.
I don't want to offend nobody.
They got a guy in Syria named Tim and Timothy and John and Peter.
And back in the days,
and Peter and them and shit. You know what I mean?
English names.
There's some English names, everything. You know what I mean? I ain't even getting into that, bro. You know what I mean?
But it was a good point, though.
But God, you know what I mean? That that's something, you know what I mean, totally, that's something totally different. You know what I mean? I don't be knowing about no Paul and who that?
Oh, Joe says it's gonna be another Taco Bird bug.
Yeah, it might be a bug live, man. It might be a bug live, man. I'm on that turkey too, man. I'm on that Jason Ewing right now, man.
I see you.
I'm on that Jason Ewing right now.
Turkey?
That's Jason Ewing. That's his turkey name, Wild Turkey.
What's good, people?
Good, man. We're just jamming, man. In my future studio.
Just coming off my Shabbat. I heard y'all talking about religion. I just came off my Shabbat. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna talk about no religion. I can't do a Tackleberry Bug live like Joe Voss said. I can't do it, man, because I offend too many people. Motherfucker done took me off of YouTube, yo, and I'm just getting started, bro. I can't do it.
I respect that.
I can't do it, man.
Been a lot of people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because believe it or not, a lot of people need that. But if they cannot come to me, the only way religion plays this role in this whole shit, right? A person cannot come to me with this, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, and on this feminist shit. I can do what I want to do.
Jerry, eventually want to start talking about religion. Y'all, you go to religion might start offending people, man.
Because these Abrahamic religions, is the one of the core of fucking sexist.
Yeah.
So you can't be the independent woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's my wife.
It claimed to be a Jewish Christian Muslim or something like that. Hebrew Christian Muslim. You cannot.
That's my wife's biggest problem.
What
is the role of the female in the Bible when it comes to the Bible?
Because it counters what the media or society is dictating to them. But society is the world is the devil. You know what I mean? The world is an evil ass place.
Mm-hmm.
So you're either going to walk with the world or you're going to walk with the book. It's contradictory. You know what I mean? So I don't even go by that. I don't go by the book stuff anyway. So I mean, you know what I mean? But that shit is the most contradictory or when it works for me shit that I ever heard of, bro. When it's convenient for me. See, I'm gonna be a righteous woman when it's convenient for me.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You might as well be unrighteous than a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
You might as well be unrighteous. You know, but
it's all about the history with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm into it more about the history, but as far as the female and male setup.
I would say this. I used to be an atheist when I was younger, but now I'm more agnostic. I don't necessarily believe in one religion. I believe that people will worship what they want to worship as long as it makes you happy, bring you peace and comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it's not offending, as long as you're not imposing your will on someone else, or you're killing people, then more power to you.
I'm a Rasta Buddhist, man.
Whatever you want to worship is entirely up to you.
I'm a Rasta Buddhist.
You know who the Rastas talk about though?
I'm not a Rasta.
Jaja.
I'm a Rasta. I'm a Rasta.
Who Jaja is?
I'm not be making up.
Before that walk, when that J was around.
And what I believe in is balance. You know what I mean? I believe in mathematics. 1 + 1 is 2. And that's it. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mathematics, bro. That's all I believe in. You know what I mean? Mathematics. It gotta shit. You know when something is off, when it's not adding up, and the way society is dictating and drawing us apart, it's not adding up. You know what I mean?
Saying at the end of the day,
it's not adding up. Even in a two-way community, even in, like I said, with the first, women get the right to vote. First thing come out is prohibit alcohol, create a problem. That created problems. Next thing out, we get rid of these guns, NFA Act. You know what I mean? Next thing out is
Joe, but becoming some shit.
Next thing out, the war on fucking drugs. We got to do something in the community. Next thing, Democrat Party flooding the goddamn black churches and shit. Conservative Party flooding the white churches. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They hitting the churches. They're using the churches and these religious organizations.
Religion has been used.
And who's in the churches? Who's in the black churches? The woman.
What?
Mommy and grandma and all of them. Mommy, grandma, and all of them in the damn church. And they come out the church with their revive. And I don't care what. And this shit happens. You know what I mean? Every single time, bro.
It's intent though, man. It's all about good and like Joe Bob just said, inequities of the wicked.
So pay for good intentions.
Yeah,
right.
When I believe in more of the natural process.
But I will add, I was listening to the live before I jumped on. I will add that I would say our era is probably one of the last that even value a real male and woman and female relationship. Because right now, just due to like how we even came up, like we didn't have example. Well, I'm not speaking for everybody, but we didn't have good examples.
Yo. Okay. Dutch, you really need to find better women.
Yo, my man Dutch be talking like he been ran through the mud. Alvin Battles like he been ran through the mud, boy.
Dutch, you need to find better quality women, y'all. You need to change your circles, man. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
Yeah, I don't know, yo. Dutch be talking that shit. I don't know what type of woman he was dealing with, but I haven't, you know what I mean? I haven't had that experience, and I dealt with some really ruthless people before in life. You know what I mean?
Who's self-made? Go do something. Who's that?
Yeah. I really seriously, I don't think that it'll be men and women. I don't think that it would be a man and woman or a male and female if they didn't need each other. Feel me? I really don't believe so. Who that self-made?
Who's that?
I don't know. Welcome, self-made. You want to come on talk your shit? I never see self-made.
Yo, look at that like button. We're going to 21.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
You close it.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe. I forget to tell people, you know what I mean?
Subscribe.
I'm working on my studio. Self-made, what up? Welcome to 2 Hour for Life.
I know.
Yeah, man. What happened? Alvin on one.
Women are these ones I grew up seeing.
Huh?
Yeah, I just fucking.
Yo.
Says nowadays one he grew up seeing.
What?
He says that it's the women he grew up seeing. It's not
the women in our hood, man. Alvin, we go back like 40-something years when we grow up, right? The woman in our hood, they were something different, bro. I'm not saying that. The young ladies that were in our neighborhood when we was growing up, they were something different. You know what I mean? They weren't, you know what I mean? They weren't absolute, you know what I mean? At that point, they weren't very.
So what are you going to say? They weren't very what?
They weren't, you know what I mean, the cream of the crop.
That's going back to what I was trying to say. I was going
to bottom of the barrel, you know what I mean?
I was going to say that. Like, we didn't have those examples. It was more about single parent households, you know, like you said.
Yeah,
earlier.
Most of the ladies in our neighborhood were from single parent household. They didn't have no male examples.
Same as the dudes, you know what I'm saying? Including myself, like I ain't even know of a father to example of somebody to teach me how to do this and how to do that and how to value a woman. I got those lessons, but you know, you get more of the other ones. You know what I mean? It's a short-term pleasure. You know what I mean? You ain't change, you know, yeah, you know, so, you know, I try to install it in my daughter because she's growing up now, 17 years old. She has a mother and father that's still in the same household. So I have a chance to install that into her. But, like, you know, it's hard. You know, when you look outside and you turn on the radio, they talking the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's pumping something different. And when my man just said women overvalue themselves, I don't know. It's from a standpoint of, you know, I'm not expecting you to be a man like me and come to the table with what I'm coming to the table with. But, you know, appreciate something. Appreciate a human being for what they coming at you with. You know, if you have something to offer, don't just act so deserving of something when you're not willing to even put that same kind of work in. You know, however that comes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more about me, 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 me. I'm pretty, so I deserve the ball player. I'm pretty, so I deserve the house. I'm pretty, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that is one-sided. So you know, you got men that's holding up their guard because it's, you know, if I work hard for my dollar, I want to be seen as a person, not just that dollar. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you all deserving of it just because of you alive. You know what I'm saying? So you got,
I mean, where do you think that come from? Because I know I've seen lately people been questioning women who be out there saying that. I think y'all came with a girl. You know, everybody saw the girl with a Cheesecake Factory, and a lot of people had their comments and thoughts about it. So that's really what some women are.
I think it comes from. I think we until about the third decade of that right now. You know, so I'm thinking it started probably early '90s when. You know, people felt degraded. Women, you know, you had Queen Latifah, who you calling a bitch, and then the next song they come on was Put It on the Glass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you had different narratives being pushed at that same time, and then you know, women didn't want to be dogged. So next thing you know, they wanted to become the dog. They wanted to feel like, you know, you can't play me. I'm gonna play you first. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was a chain of events, just like the single parents that raised a little boy in the kitchen. Because my mother wasn't home after work to cook, so I had to figure it out in the kitchen. And then by the time I'm 20, I can't find a woman that know how to make a sandwich. But all the men I'm around, we cooking full-blown meals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the roles changed drastically. You know what I'm saying? And that happened around that mid 90s, early 90s era, I would think. You know what I'm saying? The women wanted to be educated. When you had the stand-up girls that was coming out of my projects and all that, I got my cousin, from Tompkins Projects, Marcy Projects. She went to Spelman, did her school thing. She did 12 years of school. Like, so she was driven from that, losing her moms at a young age to the drugs, same thing with everybody else. So she was driven to do better, but that made her like too strong to a point where she couldn't recognize a man. She wanted to be man, woman, child. She wanted to be everything. It was like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody is different. The fabrics of people.
Is she married or anything now?
Yeah, she got a guy now that she settled down with. You know what I'm saying? He just bought a house in DC and all of that. So, you know, they're not married or nothing like that. But I guess is getting that serious. But I'm just speaking as far as like,
yeah,
okay. What gives you your will? You know what I'm saying? Your own, you know, your own style. But on a general basis, I feel like a lot is manipulated with agenda pushes. You know what I'm saying? So
Cass could vouch for like a lot of educated and powerful women, you know, in this world that are by their damn self. They can't find a appropriate peer. And a lot of brothers I've noticed, if you don't mind me interjecting, seem to be intimidated by powerful women.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. So you got cause and effect, and we just hit them with like 3 different scenarios where you got cause and effect. Even when it comes to the dudes, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like not saying I'm standing up. I'm just speaking from what I know in my circles and my observations. You know what I'm saying? So I come from early 20s. We was getting a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, we started feeling subject to, oh, I'm not taking her out because I didn't want that scenario where the girl is like, oh, I'm not giving you 2 hours of my time. You taking me to Cheesecake Factory. We felt unappreciated. Or we felt like we wasn't even seen. Fast money was all they saw. And it was like they didn't see the person anymore. So that had us keeping our money in our pocket a little bit more, thinking that we were being used or, huh?
Okay, a couple of things. I know I've seen where people personally I know where when the women started going out and getting more education and so on, that created an issue in their relationship, and the male started really pushing back and then like the fact that she was striving and he wasn't, and I've seen relationships broken up because of that, right?
Long-term 20-year relationships.
Long-term 20-year relationships broke up because the woman started to make strides and
advance herself,
and her partner felt like he was being left behind. And then it went to shit because of that, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm Gen Z, Gen X, Gen X generation. And I find that even I've seen the general mentality out there that if somebody take you out, that somehow that means sex right away if he spends $100. And that's
Absolutely.
that to me is like I'm still baffled by that. Maybe I'm old school and stuff, but because you pay a meal doesn't mean I must sleep with you, and that just seems to be the general sense of those stuff. Like, no, if I spend a little change, which is not even that much money, then you owe me sex. So the whole world is just kind of like been turned upside down, where just even getting to know each other with just some first meeting, first conversation, first dates doesn't seem to exist anymore. It always should be end up in the bedroom. And even nowadays with all these apps that are out there where you swipe left, you swipe right, and it's like the sex come first, and then if you like each other, maybe the conversation. So that just seems to be the way the world is going right now, where it's all
that shit been like that. It ain't just get like that. For one,
See what Erica said.
What's that? I didn't see it.
I agree, Erica. I agree, and that's where I'm trying to get to. I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm married, so I'm not in the market no more. But I still I got kids. You see what I'm saying? So it's like to install what it is for me is appreciate people. You know what I'm saying? Male, female, appreciate your people. Hear, like Erica just said, nobody wants to hear what they woman needs. You know what I'm saying? Like have that energy, have that desire to hear what the other person want, and vice versa. Because
a dude should know what she needs. A dude. If you're a partner with somebody, that dude shouldn't have to be told. You know what I mean? That should be part of his. That should be part of it. Like, I know what Cass needs.
Yeah, but people grow, man.
I'm capable. I do.
You don't.
I do. Whether this is goddamn, whether I'm capable of giving it, and whether I had the desire to give into it, that's two totally different things. No, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say
whether I have the capability of doing,
100%.
Whether I have the capability, the capability, not the ability, but the capability of giving her what I think she wants, or do I have the desire to give her what I think she wants?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's particularly up to me. Fortunately, I was brought up in a household where I was taught a lot of things, and I grew up around guys and uncles, and I wasn't pretty much in like a single family household or whatever.
Oh, this is kind of interesting.
What's happened?
No, so Carbon Q wants Dutch to ask, which is Alvin Battle, is what do you value in a woman then?
Dutch is a Carbon. We ain't even going near Carbon. Dutch is a hard. Dutch is just a hard situation.
Dutch. I'm not gonna put up what you wrote.
You know how like a battered woman. Like a battered woman. Dutch is a battered man. That's all I can say about. That's all I can say about Alvin Battles.
I'm not putting up your response.
But what he's saying makes sense though. He's saying basically women believe that a man would value like their education and their career and their accomplishments. That's true. And it should, I mean, it's true. That's what they believe that we value because they put it on a pedestal. When they accomplish those goals, they use that as leverage to say, I am a hard catch because I obtain these goals. I achieve these goals. But it's like,
that's up to the dude. If the dude is secure about that, yo,
he's on it like
niggas, yo, this is what I'm saying about that, right? Cats, right? And this might be women's fault. And this is the whole situation for cats are fucking weak. Yo, we seem like we're putting the batters and all the blame on women. On the other side of it, niggas is weak. Cats are intimidated by a woman because of XYZ or social fucking standards. Step up your game. And they got all the instructions. If you need to improve your vocabulary, improve your vocabulary. If you need to go to the right places to meet the right type of chicks, go to the right places and meet the right type of chicks. Because for real, women don't really want anything but security.
So look, you got a woman that accomplished all these.
They don't even really want that much. You know what I mean?
Right.
But some cats are so fucking weak that they can't even make a woman feel like she can do anything with them. So why should she fuck with you anyway? Niggas is fucking bums. Excuse me. But that's all I gotta say.
I mean, you're right, but I just feel like it's all important. It goes to what you want. Like you know, if you want children, then you of course if you sit and plan to have a life with a woman, she spent her last 10 years on education and career. Now y'all get together. If your wants are okay, it's time to stop and build a family, this and the third. She ain't never experienced that yet. So how could you know she's a champ at that? How you know she a scholar at that? So now when you go to that stage, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Let me ask you this, Bo. What about the chicks that don't even want all that shit? They just want to ride away ass.
Then you have two people that won't work. You see how that's simple? You see how that's simple?
Urban.
What about hood love?
No, wait a second. Urban and masculine. Urban is asking, are we bashing black women?
I'm bashing black men.
Well, I hear we're not, but there are people out here who apparently have their thoughts and feelings about black women.
Cass is weak. Cass is weak. Cass is weak. Look, for real. Cass don't listen, right? Cass don't listen to their woman. One, I think, because they choose not to. Right? They choose not to because, like I said, sometimes they don't have the capabilities. The capability mean the capacity, the resources, and everything they need to give her that one thing. The other thing is they don't want to give it to her because once they don't want to give it to her because it'll put them in a compromised situation. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh my gosh,
it does.
Yo, Dutch is going off. Dutch.
I ain't paying attention to this dude, man. This dude, wow.
Dutch, you listen to
Dutch. If you want to come in and talk your shit,
no, Dutch. Okay, you can, but honestly, Dutch, you listen to much Kevin Samuels, though, Dutch. And I mean,
Dutch is, you know.
Yeah, so Dutch need to hear what Dutch. All this Dutch. I'm gonna say this, Dutch. If you ask one Dutch, that's Kevin Batts, Alvin Battle. Alvin Battle is what we call Dutch. And that's a lot of Kevin Samuels things right now that he's saying. And I have my thoughts on that dude that killed over where he did.
He's for weak dudes, you know. It's people who subscribe to that are for weak dudes.
Yeah. So I am a black woman, therefore I'm not for bashing other black women, and neither is Armel. Right? I'm asking you, Armel, right? We don't bash.
I'm on some Tupac shit. I wonder why.
What does that mean?
That's all. You don't know. You don't know. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
Anyway, all I'm saying is, women. There. One thing I know as a woman is that women come in all different shapes, color, sizes, and races, and every race have similar issues and problems that we all face as women, right? And I guess the male also feel the same way about women within their own races and thoughts and feelings and whatever, right?
Implicit bias.
So, yes, Sophia, he's a Samuel's disciple. So, some of the things that he's saying is him basically spewing some of Samuel's nonsense.
Those are hurt men. You see what you did to men? Y'all created Samuel.
Yeah, so Dutch, no, we don't need to hear some of the stuff you're saying. It's not a representation of all black women.
Or all black men.
Yeah, and all black men either. Okay. And you see, Erica has a point here. Why are you listening to me, Armel? Again, you just proved that women doesn't need men in her life to be ignored. See?
Why are you listening to me? I listen to that shit all day. What the hell? Yo, I know what Cass gonna say before she say it, yo.
What?
I know what you're gonna say before you say it.
So now you know my thoughts and emotions.
I don't have to know your thoughts. I know what you're gonna react and respond to.
Yeah, I'm not really responding because I already we got.
I know how she gonna react and how she gonna respond to. I know how to say things. I know how to trigger her.
Anyway, I'm not responding to that.
I know how to trigger her. I know how to make her move.
Anyway, so let's go back to maybe we want to hear what she has to say. Yeah, so anyway,
Erica, you could come in if you want.
Erica, yeah, you really have a lot to say, Erica. So you should come in and express yourself. Feel free.
You can come in when you don't got to turn the camera on.
I'm gonna copy and put it back in there again.
I'll come on your live. You come in and talk your thing.
I'm actually reposting the
stream, the link.
It's in the chat. So
she can't click on the chat. I keep telling you that.
It's in the chat as well. I just do that to show people that I've actually. How much time I was saying this? I do it to show people that I've actually put it in the chat.
No, baby.
Oh, hi. Is that your pretty wife?
Yeah.
She coming to the joint next year. Coming to the joint next year.
Yeah, she coming.
You going to the range with Kai?
She should come in and talk.
You gonna strap up?
Say what's up. They can hear you, Lee.
You gonna strap up?
Yeah, she gonna strap up.
Man. Somebody got to protect him.
I will.
He be talking that Brooklyn shit.
Nah, but for real, I just wanted her to come in here. I thought she was going to join our conversation because it seemed like something she would be voiceful about.
Go ahead and voice your opinion on. I mean, have you heard anything that we've been talking about?
She ain't really hear nothing. I had the dog.
Give her a little bit of a summary, brother.
Mel was bashing black men.
I was like, niggas ain't shit.
Mm-hmm. Basically, we saying
they ain't shit because they mama ain't teach them shit.
Right. Talking about the male and the female relationship right now.
I ain't talking about a male and female relationship. What I'm talking about is a male placement and a female placement.
Right.
Family and the universe and everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's the position? What's our places? You know what I mean? You know how your grandmother used to say, "Stay in your place" when you were a child. You know what I mean? So as a man got to stay in his place. I'm responsible as a man. I'm responsible for doing certain things, saying certain things, behaving a certain fucking way. But at the same time, a woman, they got rid of all that shit. I do the fuck I want to do. I do what I want to do, how I want to do it. They don't have. It's like society had dictated that they don't have a standard for women anymore.
Well, I think it depends. If they don't choose to be married, then
marriage don't got shit to do with it.
Kind of.
She's not
online. If you choose to be under a marriage, then
she's not in there.
You should go by the.
Well, you got to change the profile.
The construct of
the traditional
way. Yeah.
I don't know.
1 second. We're just trying to make sure that we get Erica.
Erica, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, I don't see you. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Erica. Hey, what's up, Erica?
Hello, how are you guys?
Pretty good.
How was the family?
Look, they got quiet.
I was letting your wife finish. I was letting your wife finish because she was speaking, and I didn't want to cut her off.
Well, y'all have to excuse me. I didn't really know the conversation that was happening, but I feel that men and women only really have to or should abide by gender roles if they are committed to the marriage structure. Outside of that, I mean, traditionalism is one thing. And then outside of that, I feel like people are individuals. I don't feel like it's a strict.
You want to get fly
for a woman or for a man. I don't.
How they say you want to get fly
out?
But
since I chose to be a wife, I will agree to the construct of marriage. But for women that are not married, I don't.
Marriage is a business arrangement. That's why it's a license.
Yo, I just want to let y'all know, whatever she say, I don't want it to affect our friendship.
I know I came up here because of bullshit. Well, you on something. You on something. I don't know what you drinking, but stop.
Yo, I'm drinking Jason Ewing right now. That's a Jason Ewing right now. You know what I mean? That wild turkey. You know what I mean?
No.
Yo, shout out to my crew, Tactical Turkeys. We get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with something by Sophia. She said each household should define it for themselves. I agree with that.
That's married. That's marriage, though. You know.
Am I allowed to say something real quick?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oftentimes, when you try to relate what the black dynamic was, the black family dynamic was, the biggest impact and breakdown of the black family dynamic happened when welfare was introduced. It was introduced.
But why did we need welfare?
Huh?
You have to ask yourself, why did women need welfare though? So we didn't have the same structure as other races because we were just leaving slavery.
Welfare wasn't introduced for black folks. It was introduced for white folks. Like the government wouldn't introduce something that beneficial to black people.
So much is not a black problem.
But we needed welfare. It wasn't like we just, we were in a vulnerable position.
Well, that was because of the wartime. So wartime came in. A lot of families.
But this one thing, welfare
needed assistance.
No, but what I'm trying to no, 1 second. Welfare actually, black people are not the highest class of people on welfare at any point in time, but they're the ones that are depicted in media as using it the most, which is not the truth.
Welfare thing wasn't a black problem.
Jewish people on welfare more than black folks.
I don't think welfare was a black problem.
It's not.
It was a military problem, and a lot of white military benefited at that time. And when
the welfare
didn't come home,
and it's a major part. I'm sorry for interrupting you. It's a major part of this diaspora because it was not only displaced the male and the black household, but it was also the white household and the immigrant household. You know what I mean? Where you couldn't have a man in the house to receive subsidies for your children or whatever, right?
Right.
You couldn't have this marriage license. You could have a man all the fuck you wanted, but paperwork.
Right.
And that nigga can't be on that lease. You know what I mean?
And that boils
down to what I said a couple of minutes ago. I talk so much shit that nobody really pay attention. But this is the thing, right? A marriage is a fucking business arrangement. This shit is business. If you ain't ready to do business and make profit and grow, don't even do that shit. Because that's why you got to have a license to do it. Because this is business.
Hey, I don't know what y'all married for, but I'm married because I'm in love.
I only know two people that get married for love, bro.
I'm gonna say that.
I disagree with you, Armel, because nowadays most men don't want a woman that wants to work. They rather have a woman to homeschool their children because more and more black communities don't want to depend on the school system. So
I don't want to depend on the school system.
So nowadays, it's not really a business thing. It's about bringing it back to the roots and really trying to rebuild our communities. That's what most of our families are trying to do. So I have to once again disagree with you. You take everything on a business type of deal. If she's just your business partner, why the hell you with her? Why did you marry her?
I didn't say a business. I didn't say it like that.
You did.
I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying, Cass is home every day, right? She does what she does when she's a stay-at-home mom, basically, right? Every single day. But a business arrangement means if I need somebody to stay home as part of my business to keep me fucking going, and they need to stay home to watch the daggone kids, that's part of keeping the machine flowing. That's business. Everything is business. You know how when you cuss a bitch out and you be like, stay out of my business, bitch. This is business. Anything personal is business. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by when I say business. It's a business arrangement because it's tight. I need her to do this and she needs to do this. And while I do that so we can grow, whether she's staying home or homeschooling or whatever, that's part of the motherfucking business plan. You know what I mean? It's not like specific or it is with me. It's pure fucking capitalism, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. The love thing, I feel like you could grow to love someone, and you can grow to love someone more, and you can also grow to hate a motherfucking guts. You know what I mean? So, but I think if you take marriage and a relationship fucking serious, as if it's a business, and this shit is supposed to grow, then it's not so goddamn disposable. And that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I agree. It's kind of different. It sounds worse than it actually is, but I feel like because marriage is so financial, it just becomes a business thing.
It's not financial at all at the other side. Marriage is not.
It kind of is, especially when children come into play.
I'll tell you guys, Armin and I were together 10 years before we actually got married. We've been married, 4 years now?
Mm-hmm.
We're together. We've been together 14 years. And for 10 years, we were living in sin. Okay?
Ain't no fucking sin. Yo, how you gonna sin and I'm the fucking devil?
My point is, we got married 4 years ago. Okay? And so the marriage was just another step really in our relationship, but it didn't define our relationship at all. It didn't change shit because most of the time we can't remember when the date we got married anyway.
That's fucked up.
We can't remember our the other day we're arguing when we got the date of our wedding anniversary, and both of us had it wrong.
We wrong as fuck. We had to look at the fucking marriage license to remember the date, bro.
Because we didn't remember the date. Because we were both arguing that the other didn't know the date, and we both didn't know the date.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah,
We've been married for what, 5 years now, and we have our daughter's about to be 18, so we've been with each other for 18 years. You know what I'm saying? So same thing, same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I get it.
So let me ask you both couples a question. What made you guys wait so long to marry your partner? I'm talking to the women, just the women.
I could be like, we were both married to other people when we met each other, so that was one. We're both separated from our spouses.
Jesus Christ.
We were both separated from our spouses, and Arma got divorced like a year later. But I was still married and living in sin with him for a while. And he complained to my family about that shit. That I had him fornicated living in sin. But my ex-husband didn't give a shit. We lived our lives for so many years separately. Anyway, I guess what finally, because I know that I have such a strong personality and so does he. And we clash a lot. So you have to make sure that we can still.
You can't have no insecurities in this fucking house.
Many insecurities, like you have to be sure that this is really gonna work out and be fine. And I'm his longest relationship, and I'm his third wife. So my point is that we just want to be sure that it made sense for us to be together. And then finally, it was like you go into this white school, and Zadie, my last name was different from Zadie's, and I was like, you know what, I need to make her look nice and official too. So it wasn't a question like, oh, she's two separate households and that kind of thing. So that was also another reason to make it look all official on paper. My name is now McDuffie, whatever, and
don't
match
my
daughter name.
government.
Armin, don't let me tell his government name, but yeah. But we just wanted to be sure that it worked. And what's so funny, how we got married, we went down to get the marriage certificate, and they're like, so you could get married right now. We're like, really? We could? And we got married 5 minutes after we got the marriage certificate. And that was how we got married. We didn't do no big wedding, nothing. I don't believe in that.
That should have wasted a fucking.
It was a waste of money.
Like I said, it was illegal. It was a motherfucking business move.
Yeah, it just made sense.
It made sense because there was too many assets tied up.
Yeah, we had a lot. We both had combined stuff going on.
It was too much fucking going on in too many different separate categories.
Yeah.
So
and I need to get
it didn't make sense no more. For real.
And then, of course, I had to divorce my first husband officially because I'm like, I'm accumulating stuff, and that asshole could get it if I die. So I had to get rid of that.
Yeah. So
it was just a lot.
She building shit, and this motherfucker, she get in a car accident. This nigga just grab on my shit that I built. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was
yo, this shit was crazy.
That's why I said it's financial.
I built this shit. This nigga, you know,
no, he could get so we're like, he could actually get half a shit if anything happened to me, because then coerced him. So it was a couple of business.
It's a business arrangement. It didn't basically the love was always there, so it didn't have anything to do with the marriage.
Yeah, that piece of paper didn't necessarily.
The paper didn't change the dynamics of the situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But what it did was it let things flow a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it helped us set up the battle plan for the next stage to make sure that our daughter, what I mean, is okay, and it was seamless without any bumps in the head, without my ex, her ex, or whatever the fuck was going on during that situation. You know what I mean? So it was a business move.
So Armel, this is your third wife.
Yeah. I know. Did I say your business? I don't know.
So basically, she's basically molding you into the man you're supposed to be because you didn't get it right the first 2 times. Is that what we're saying?
You know what, man? I'm like this.
That's what I heard.
Let me tell you this, right?
You were young.
The first, it's not a matter of young.
You were young.
The first 2 times, I was a result of women that were in a single parent household. No joke. Single parent household.
What does that mean? Because just because
what that means is,
hold on, Armel. You're not gonna hold on.
They didn't have a standard.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Just because women come from a single household does not mean we do not have standards. That's like
it's an artificial standard. But if you have a standard, what is it? Women usually choose men. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Cass spoke about this earlier. Women usually choose men that are similar to their fathers.
But if there's no father, who is she comparing the man to?
That's the question.
I'm asking you the question.
That's the question. I don't know.
That is not a question. There's always a man in a woman's life.
Our first 2 marriages happened when he was young, because in the military, everybody get married young. Okay, so they happened when he was young. Both of them happened when he was young.
And I was going like 90% of the time. Like, say for instance, if I was married for 2 years, right? Like, say the first time it was like 2 years, right? I was probably home for 2 months. I was around for 2 months. Period.
Yeah. So
and it wasn't 2 months at a time. It wasn't 60 days. It was 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 3 days a week, something like that. You see what I'm saying? What happens is, in that particular mindset, is you just need something to come home to, or look forward to coming home to, and that's a major plus that women have. A woman need to have somebody to look forward to. Men need hope. You know what I mean? They need to look forward to, when they putting that grind in at work. They need I'm going home to my boo. You know, they need that. Whether it's imaginary or not, men need that fucking hope.
So again, men need women, but women don't need men. That's what you're saying.
So you saying? So I don't know. I can't think about.
I'm telling you what you're saying.
If you ask Dutch, you ask Alvin Battles, right? If he need a woman, I talk to Dutch. I talk to Dutch most of the day. Dutch, do you need a woman?
I said no.
Thank you very much. Dutch don't need Dutch don't need a woman. You know what I mean? This nigga,
Don't say
Dutch don't need no woman.
Hey, what? I'm speaking to you, Armel. I don't know Dutch. I'm speaking to you. Are you saying?
I don't.
Erica, say the question again. What was the question? What was the question, Erica?
Yo, Dutch is my brother. That's my dude right there.
I need to know, Armel, do you need a woman?
Do I need a woman?
Look forward to having coming home to your woman.
I don't need a woman. I don't need a woman has to have a purpose.
All women have a purpose, though.
I don't need
all
any
have
woman.
a purpose.
I don't need every woman.
No, every woman has a purpose. Every woman has a purpose.
Now, what is her purpose? That's what the live is about.
Armel, hold on. I know this is your panel, but you're not going to keep cutting me off. Every woman wants to be somebody. Every woman has a purpose. Every woman has a motive every day in life.
I agree.
Right.
Hey,
So
Bo.
What was the question again?
I agree.
Bo. I just came back on to make sure we were still friends. That's all.
Always, bro.
You good?
Always.
Always.
Look, I'm not letting this come between us, bro.
All right, look at my seat.
No.
Armel.
What up?
Armel.
What up?
Don't encourage Armel. Armel, you talking in circles. That's all I'm saying.
I
You're
talking in
talking
circles.
What was it? I'm just get a specific answer from him. Again, what was the question again, Erica? So we can get a specific answer because you are talking in circles.
Go ahead. I'm not talking in circles.
Yes, you are.
I'm a hypocritical ass motherfucker.
You know what? You need to stop drinking all that liquor now because you're talking in circles.
I'm
No more
hypocritical.
liquor for you. But go ahead, Erica. Ask the question again. What was the question?
Needs
No,
to hear
I
her answer. Armel,
I'm done, man. Yo, I'm done.
Too much of that liquor. You can't even drink liquor. You can barely drink beer, much less liquor. So
So let me ask both the same question because Armel's talking in circles. Both. Is your motive every day is to come home to your family? Do you feel like you need a woman in your life or do you want a woman in your life?
I absolutely need.
I need my wife.
I absolutely need.
Armel, that's not what you said 5 minutes ago. Armel, we're not talking to you. We're talking
I'm trying. All right, Erica, is this something I'm supposed to answer in for general?
Yeah,
purpose?
just in general. In general.
In general, no. I feel structured as a man enough to know that, without as an individual, I think, and I have played in the past where I've been okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I love myself and I'm cool with myself enough to not have to be complete. Like I can't function. You know what I mean?
I love myself every morning, but it ain't the same.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? I need my wife. I need my children. Right. I need my situation. This is my significant. This is my other half. So I need that. But I'm saying like I feel like I will be coming short to her by saying that I can't.
Just be genuine.
You know what I mean? Function. I can't.
She's not gonna put you on a couch.
No,
you bite your tongue, nigga.
No, look. I'm saying that because
y'all motherfuckers is tiptoeing in the water.
No, all right. So I'm saying that because look, right? If I sat here and had to deal with somebody, not a male or female, next to me and saying, "Oh my God, I can't live. I'm falling apart. I can't live without this." Nah, tighten up. Shake that shit off. You a whole individual. You know what I'm saying? You
facts. Let me interject, Kyle. Let me interject, Bovo. This is the thing, right? You know how you have a TV and that motherfucker work, it's brand new. It's just a fucking TV. Absolutely. That's what I am. I'm a man. I'm like that TV. That TV ain't doing shit until you plug it in. You know what I mean? A woman to me is like the power, the battery. You know what I mean? When you connect the battery to that motherfucking phone or to that thing, that's what makes the shit work. Or else it's just a fucking phone. Or else it's just an inanimate fucking device that just is what the fuck it is. I am what I am. You can't stop Armel from being Armel. Armel gonna be Armel. But when you throw Cass in there, this shit is Armel amplified. I'm really me.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Confidence unfadable.
this gonna be a real touchy question, and it definitely is for everybody on the screen.
Mhm.
Do you feel like you would be more successful and financially stable in your life alone?
Yes.
Definitely fucking not.
Yes. Yes. You're fucking expensive. You are expensive.
What about you, Cass?
And you got too many kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold up. What about you, Cass?
It's not such a straightforward answer for me.
It's a lesson, no question.
No.
Will you be in a position you are without me?
No.
Thank you. Go ahead. That's how this shit works. It's a straightforward shit.
I'll tell you. Okay, I need to.
Would I be in this position?
Whoa,
No.
whoa,
Calm down,
Her
Armel.
dreams every day.
Tell you
I
something.
stop her dreams every day.
There's
So.
something that I saw in Armel before he even saw himself, right?
And I spoke about that. I spoke about that in this live.
I always been entrepreneurial in my thoughts and stuff, right? And there are things I was like, this is things I project that I want to get done and I need to get done, right? When I met Armel, I saw the potential in him to help me achieve that, even before he himself saw it. And
I spoke about that earlier.
And I said this 2 weeks after meeting Armel, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to be with. Before he even knew it, and he had his own shit he had going on, right? I knew it. So I saw all the potential that I need and all the things. I was like, I need all the, because I'm one of those persons who is, I project and I think way in advance and I see things. That's how I am. I was like, this is
Rodney,
what I want.
what up?
And this is the direction I want to go. I don't know how I'm going to get there. That's how I think, right? And I saw that in him when I met him. And within 2 weeks of meeting him, I was like, yeah, this guy I want to be with. This is what I see for me, my future.
We complement each other
to be, right? And I was saying this, that was before he himself even saw it or knew it.
I didn't even like it.
Cassie, did you punch Armel in the throat to like bring him down, like handcuff Armel?
This is how it is. She's a thinker.
No, let me. What was the question, Ronnie?
Did you punch Armel in the throat and lock him down? Like, I mean, you run a tight shit, Cat. No.
I had to do that. I just said all his shit the first 5 years. There was a lot of bullshit that went on.
Yeah, we real.
Listen, that's marriage. That's marriage. That's life, yo.
I'm not about to get explain what that bullshit was.
That's life and that's marriage.
Armel,
what you sipping on tonight, son?
This is the real shit, right? The real shit is.
Joe, ask your question. What you sipping on tonight?
I'm drinking on Jason, Jason Ewing.
It's on me, goddamn. All right,
Jason Ewing. This is about church. Yo,
it's okay.
Georgia.
Yo, shout out to a New York panel. Oh my God.
What's up, New York?
Hey, y'all get that shit to work.
Yo, check this, right?
Yeah.
Compliment each other, right? Cass is a constant thinker, and this is how the shit works. She constantly thinking and scheming. I'm not a schemer, you know what I mean?
Why are you calling scheming?
Yeah, but I can't think of a better word. Right? I don't have a vocabulary.
Did Cassie running the Conway with the Macy's bag? Did she running the Conway with the Macy's bag?
And she has a lot of. She's educated. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular dumbass nigga from the projects in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But I make shit happen. I'm a doer. So all I needed was somebody who could think clearly. And I make the shit happen. And it was a perfect.
It worked for her.
Armel is more tactical.
I don't believe that. Armel's a thinker.
No, it doesn't seem like that.
Armel is extremely.
Armel's an overthinker.
I'm creative.
Armel's a thinker.
I know Armel is extremely creative. Like I will think of 10 different new things.
She thinks.
Like he's very creative, right? And I'm be like throw something at me, and I immediately start thinking, how am I going to implement this?
Because I do angles.
So he'll throw things at me, and I immediately think, how am I going to implement this? And I'm like, okay, we don't always have to do this, but literally, you throw me something, and immediately like, okay, I start to think, okay, how are we going to implement this from A, Z, D? That's how I think.
And my shit is like angles, like how I'm gonna hit this, how I'm gonna package this up, how I'm gonna move this product, and that's how I rock. I move shit. I'm a production.
He's more.
I'm on production.
He's more.
Oh, Bo, did you hear that question?
No, I missed it. What was it?
Do you feel like you would have more success and financial stability if you guys weren't together?
Fuck no.
I mean, it's
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
that's
All right, let me answer.
that's a
Let me answer
fact.
so I could be the first one to, throw off the nice thing.
Go ahead.
I feel like I would take more risk
Cass,
and I would work harder and longer
You don't even
if I had, nobody to come home and spend time with and cuddle with.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, that's what I was saying. It was kind of like it was written with me because I've been able to go out and get it, but it ain't stay an hour because I didn't have nothing to come home to at that time. So it'd be like
she provides that foundation that you need, brother.
Yeah, it was like make it, wake up, on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I didn't have structure. I didn't have that in the back of my head of what got to be done tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. It's gone. It's going on once. It's going on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would definitely say, yeah.
But family, when you were doing your thing, when you were doing your thing, you were trying to get extra fly, extra this, extra that.
You know what I'm saying? My
problem came in your life and like brought balance to you. Because I could tell you, I was wilding when I moved back to South Florida. Jesus Christ, man, these strip clubs had my pockets in a what? We're spending money in these Miami strip clubs. You know what I mean? And I met my wife. She was like, "Yo,
in the strip club?
Ain't no reason
Go ahead, Rodney.
Money. I was spending no. Shit, son, in my South Florida, shit, we were spending multiple mortgages Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Multiple mortgages. We was wilding out, and then I met my wife. Bim, stopped. You know what I mean? Multiple mortgages, yo, and even right now, I still got family who owns a couple clubs down here. Is still doing their thing, like they own the joints. So owning it and watching people do the dumb shit from the outside. You know what I mean?
Dutch.
I go see the shit, and I'm like, yo, people are still doing the same shit in their
Rodney.
30s, early
40s. Rodney.
Yeah.
You see this new Alvin battle? I'm gonna call you tomorrow and I'm gonna connect y'all, man, because y'all in the same.
All right, bless.
That's going off in the chat.
Miss Bo.
Yeah, I'm gonna connect y'all. How you feel about that? Billy, let me get back to your question. I had to take a break real quick.
Wait, we want Miss Bo to answer first.
Hold up, Bo. Let me just
interject
because the question was twisted. The question was twisted, right? Financially, it's not a good question. Financially sound, because I know personally, right? It's not so much financially because I was I've always been in a flex position. How I spent it was different. How I spent my money was different.
Are you talking about you talking about making the money?
Not making the money. I've always made money, but
spending
it. Cash changed the way how I focus my spending. Because she could tell you, I go to Range Rover dealer and buy a car cash. I wouldn't do that stupid shit no more.
We grow up, Armel.
No,
Armel, we grow up, bro.
She taught me about finances I didn't know about.
When I met Armel went to the store and bought some Lacoste t-shirts, $69 each, like 10 of them one time. I'm like, what the fucking you saying?
With the gator, son, the V-neck with the gator.
Yes.
Yo, we grow up.
Yeah,
we grow up in different times.
I always, financially, I've always been able to earn. I'm an earner, but financially, I've always been able to earn. But wastage, shit ain't wasted so much anymore.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I just don't know how to put you on the screen for 5 people.
Jesus Christ, man. I got to get a higher StreamYard. Go ahead, Bass. Talk your shit.
You're here. I just don't know how to put you on the screen, but you're here.
Go ahead, Bass. Talk your shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, so like I mean everyone's situation is different. I guess in how they handle things or how they I don't know, just the person they are. So like for instance, like I'm not good with money, right? So, like, if I didn't have my wife, if I didn't have my kids, like, if I have something that my money has to go to, like I know this is what has to happen, then that's how it works for me, right? But if I was just single, I'm not saying I wouldn't have my own place. I'm not saying I wouldn't have this or that, but I feel like having a family for me, this is just me. It's not everyone else. It makes me better in that aspect because I know, hey, you know what I'm saying, the mortgage is due, the kids got to eat. You know what I'm saying? My wife needs her shit, all that kind of thing. So that kind of goes back, I guess, to what my family was asking, as far as like, does having your wife or a woman, I guess, change things for you and make you a better person? I don't know. That's just me. I know I'm not good with money. I see some. I want to buy the shit. I work hard. I work a lot of weekends and shit. But I know that, hey, like I said, I got the family. I got my wife. I got my car payment. I got my house. You know, I got to pay that. That comes first. You know what I'm saying? If we got money, we put it in the savings.
You broke up, Bass.
Can you hear me?
Bass?
Yeah.
Or did we break up?
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear him.
Yeah, I think it might be you or Mel, but I don't know. Just.
Yeah, I just
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I hear
Bass,
you.
we can hear you. It's Armel that's breaking up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so I mean,
No,
that, so that, and then she honestly just kind of, she honestly keeps me on track with just like little dumb shit, like, hey, you know, don't forget to do that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm forgetful sometimes. I mean, I guess we all are, but you know, she's like, because me and her have been together for a long time, so she knows where my head's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I know you're gonna forget this. I know this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like being with someone can make you a better person. I'm not saying you're a shitty person without it, but
So Bass, real quick.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, please.
Go ahead.
So like in my eyes, if a dude and a chick are dating, right, and they're both drug addicts, that's not helping either one of them, right? But if they're dating, right, or let's not even just say that, but well, okay, let's say they're dating, one is and one isn't, and the other one wants to try to help that person get out of that, right? So that's kind of how I see, like, me and my wife, kind of like, I'm not good with money, so she, in a way, kind of helps on that end. You know what I mean? So it just, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel like having a woman can make things better for you. That's just my opinion. I mean, like I said, I understand that. Huh?
Yo, Bass shoot like Arthur Fonzarelli. Hey.
Nah, hey, look, you keep talking that bullshit. We'll meet up, we'll record it and put it on YouTube. How about that?
Yeah, Bass, where's the video, Bass?
You keep talking this shit about my thumbs and it's bullshit. Keep talking this shit. Hey, yeah, bullshit. Hey, my fly family. I'm sorry. Go ahead and ask me whatever you're gonna say.
I was saying, so you're basically saying that women bring men purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to get into the whole Jerry Springer thing, but it's just the thing of, yeah, I mean, they can. I mean, maybe not every man feels that way, and then maybe not every woman feels that way. And, you know what I'm saying, on the flip side of that. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously I could live my life without my wife. Do I want to? No, I don't. I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? I like what we got going on, and you know what I'm saying? Like it just, I enjoy our time. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy our life together. So, you know, I mean, the thing is and this is just my experience. There's a lot of men deal with a woman, and then not all, but I'm just saying this is my experience.
No.
The man's like, well, she won't let me do this. She won't let me do that. See, me and my wife don't have that relationship. She can go and do whatever the hell she wants, and she lets me do whatever I want, and there's nothing about it. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it is. But not every relationship is that way.
Yo, a couple of weeks, go get some of this SD ammunition, Jay the Shooter, man. We gotta support people in our community. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's Jay the Shooter ammo.
Yo, and guess who the only one that got it? Me. Guess what's up?
You ran? Did you run it yet?
Yeah, we did that. The video coming out soon, but I'm gonna let him do his own video first.
That's dope.
Ms. Bo, would you like to answer the question now?
Go ahead.
It'll be brief though. With children, no, I wouldn't be better off financially. But without children,
right?
Possibly, because I feel that I am more fruitful.
Look.
The boss got real mad.
Because with children, I'm more, tied to.
I agree.
Financially, without, I can move about creatively. My time is not as dedicated. This might not be traditional, but this is just real talk.
You know what?
In my unit, no, I'm better off with my husband. With my children, I'm better. And my husband he's a great earner. He would out earn me by far, but I just would do things a little differently. And that's okay. We wasn't born attached to the hip, right?
Right.
But now we are a unit and it's better that way. So
I'm good.
Realistically, with children, no, I would not.
Like I said, I could go get a bag. And
right.
It's just like, I'm just coming into a stage where I'm really concentrating on what happens next.
Right.
Once it's accomplished, once it's this, once it's that. And sometimes I need that obligation, like Bash just said. It's more about adding the obligations, because if you come across $100,000, right? You have a business, right? So you have logical obligations, but your free money only becomes free when there's nothing else to do with it. So I feel like that marriage and that wife and that house and that this and this and this and this, that's when you become subject to, all right, now I have to watch my money. You know what I'm saying? And now in your 40s, it brings you into what to do with your money, how to budget, how to do this, how to do that. But if you don't have that, especially with my personality, it's lit. Like, all right,
Look at the chat. My man Dutch is wilding out in the chat.
We're all ignoring Duchess. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, seriously.
Alvin Battle's wilding in the chat, man.
Older, but women are.
Oh, please don't even read his stuff. My husband is. I'm gonna be honest.
Yo, don't diss my man Dutch. That's from my blog.
Right. Nobody's really paying him no damn mind.
Honestly, he would make it either way. And he's just trying to be modest with y'all for my sake. He's a great provider. He is great at business, and he has always been successful, with or without me. And that's just real talk.
Thank you.
Yeah, he got it going on.
Yeah, but it's going.
But
it'll be going. Right? It'll be going.
Yeah.
So I understand what he's saying. I understand what you're saying. So you're saying he's gonna be good regardless, with you or without you. But he's saying is you more or less humble on his decision. You humble him on his decisions, right?
Yes.
So that's my point, Bolt, that I'm trying to make. That men can do whatever they want to do, but it's for the women that come into your life that brings the structure and brings the humbleness to men, right? Mm-hmm. So men are providers, point blank. They're the leaders of the pack. They're the providers. But at the same token, Armel, you guys could be financially and physically more stronger than us, but when it comes to stability and emotions, you guys not. We bring that to you, and that's what makes us a whole.
I agree.
I'm so glad he muted, because you know everything I'm saying, and you know he's mad as hell about what I said. You Lord.
Yeah. One thing, right?
No, y'all still mute, CZ, mommy.
It's not one. It's not a comparison.
So I'm gonna just take over until they can get unmuted.
Yeah, I just
because what the great Lord is saying is Erica is correct.
That's fine, Alvin. That's perfectly fine. If that's what you choose to do.
I hear you.
Alvin, I disagree with that. I
wish him the best.
Alvin.
We wish him the best.
I'm still here.
CZ Mommy, yes, we could hear you very lightly.
We left again.
But I feel as if personally, this is my personal opinion, is that women of all races don't get enough credit. People have to understand that men was taken out of the household during slavery. Then you had the Great War, the two different wars where the men left off to where women had to carry on. So that's why I feel like most women have that little bit of masculine in them, because we have to pick up the pieces when you guys leave. So
everyone should have a little bit. Every adult should have a balance of femininity and masculinity.
Amen.
To survive, anything could happen to my husband. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, certain things are just constructs, and we have to use balance. I'm gonna say remain. I try to remain in my femininity with my husband, but I'm an adult, and some people they just need to understand some things are constructs, and then there's real life.
Right. I agree with that.
A woman has to have. We have children. We can't walk around like Mary Poppins 24/7. We have to have mental structure. We can't stay in our emotional space all the time.
Are you getting what I'm getting, Erica? Can you drag her out? Did we accomplish a great night and have her at next year's meetup?
Oh, she is going to come to next year's meetup. She's going to come to the women's conference. She knows me. She's going to feel comfortable. Don't you worry. I got her. Don't you worry.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
But I like Erica though. She's cool.
That's what's up.
I'm like this in person.
La. Don't blow that shit up. I ain't gonna be able to walk her through the door.
Nah, I think Erica got us one, bro.
Yeah. Erica took over the fucking shit. Oh shit.
You know why? Because the great Lord said, Armel coming in here just to disagree, and we know
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing. I don't, for real, Erica, you misunderstood. I never disagree. What happens is I just see things a different way.
No, Armel, I understand what you're saying, and I agree on tiny bit of level, but you like to overpower conversations to where you make yourself look misunderstood.
No, I'm a dominant figure. Yo, did you see this?
No, you're not. Your wife is more dominant than you are.
What you call me today?
Obtuse.
Yes, a fancy man called
I saw that post, bro.
You're an obtuse.
I couldn't figure it out. I'm like,
curse me out with fancy words, bro.
I had to pull out my dictionary. Like, hold up.
I pulled up my dictionary. Yo, she cussed me out and made it look elegant, yo. She called me stupid and made it look elegant.
Stupid is too simple a word, Arma. It wasn't stupid.
She called me stupid.
It was dense.
Right?
It was
She
dense.
called me dense, stupid.
It was dense.
Yo,
and sometimes
elegantly. You know what I mean? It was damn near a compliment. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm so secure in myself. Now, I take an insult as a compliment. You know, that's some bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit. I take an insult. Like, Armel, you're too overbearing. I'm like, damn, I'm motherfucking be busting some heads. I be taking the shit to roll. Yo, my shit don't process. Yo, it's that fucking Brooklyn water.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
It's that water, yo.
Shout out to Kings County. Y'all got it.
Yo, Mel. Mel. That shit better than this North Carolina water, though.
Yo. Whenever I insult, Armel, you're too much. You're overbearing. You talk too much. Whenever that shit starts sounding
Don't
good,
take my hood. That's the best word in
I
the
didn't
world.
The only thing I said to him was that, Armel, you're obtuse sometimes. And I walked away and he was like, what the fuck you mean by that obtuse?
I don't know what that word means.
Look it up.
When I thought of obtuse, I thought of a triangle. You know, I thought of algebra. I think mathematically, right? And I was like, what the fuck does obtuse mean? I'm a wide ass fucking triangle. You know what I mean? But then it just became something else.
She know what she was saying, bro.
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
I look at things at a wide angle. I was like, yeah. And then when it's like, what's that wide angle? It's like 120 degrees. I'm 120.
I can't even find it, bro. I'm looking for the post.
A t-shirt.
Yo, while you bullshitting, I'm way ahead of you. I was in Printify today, look, pressing that shit up. You fuck is you talking about?
He made a thumbnail with it.
I made a thumbnail, yo. I'm real, yo.
Did you see his thumbnail?
Yo, she cursed me out and made that shit.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I seen it.
That shit was elegant as fuck, yo. I was like, yo, that's me right there. You know what I mean? I'm obtuse as fuck.
We gotta get out vocabulary.
Yo, I'm insensitive. Yo, I don't feel people. I really don't give a fuck about people's feelings for real. You know what I mean? I'm like Chinks Looch. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, you know.
But I'm the same way, but I do put in consideration of people's point of view. I respect people's point of view. Mm-hmm. You don't, Armel. You just overbearing. You just talk over people to where you make yourself look misunderstood.
That's a good point, Erica.
I do that, right?
You do.
Yo, that's because I know
sometimes he's hurt because people misunderstand his ass. I'm like,
right.
Like literally, we had a conversation. I wouldn't say what exactly it was, but we had a conversation 3 days ago, and I literally repeated things that he said, and he was hurt by it. I'm like, but that's what you say all the time.
I was hurt because you misunderstood me.
No, I didn't misunderstand. I simply repeated what you say all the time.
Yo, for real.
That's obtuse, annoying, insensitive, or difficult to understand. So, Armel was holding a PCC.
That was a fucking Uzi, that was a Uzi, nigga. This Saturday turkey shit, man. We got that bullshit.
That sounds just like Armel.
Yo.
Armel, obtuse ass nigga.
Yo, it was an insult. Curse me out with a fancy ass word. And walk out the door. When somebody tell you a word, you're obtuse and walk out the door. That sounds like a curse, right? When they close.
Yo, hold up, wait.
Yo,
now
you walked out the door.
Yeah, I walked away. I said, sometimes you're just obtuse. I walked away. He was like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, look it up.
And I looked it up like a motherfucker. I was like, God damn. That's me. I own that shit, yo.
Now you put
I own that
today's mathematics. Wisdom plus power equals my self-description.
Yo, Brandy songs in the background.
I said, yo, he had to take a walk on this one. He really took a walk and thought about it.
No, I didn't take a walk. It clicked. Everything fell together. Yo, Cass called me that shit and closed the front door. 180 walking out the door. Close the motherfucker. Our door don't slam, but it looked like she was trying to make the motherfucker slam, right? And you know what we was talking about? This live.
Oh, okay. You was talking about this live.
Yeah. What's a woman's place?
All right.
So what is our place, Armel? Because you never really answered that.
Woman's place is the keep us going.
Hey, Armel, let me give you some advice.
Period.
I mean, this coming from us being in the same bag. Don't talk about the live until the motherfucker about to start. Don't talk about that shit at all. Leave that shit be.
Right.
I don't understand. No complaint that.
Yo, if we talk about the live before we do it, that motherfucker don't never go right.
It don't never go right any motherfucking way. yeah. It don't never go right anyway. Sometimes you gotta let the shit ride. Yeah.
Yo, but to everyone's defense, I feel like if the live's point was where's a woman's place, right. I feel like all the women's and the men's responses kind of like added up to one.
It added up to what?
I feel like it added up to it. Like basically a woman's place, like you said, is to basically hold us down and like pick us up and do whatever.
Hold each other down.
But I'm saying, but the women's responses were, the men's response was basically saying the position of the woman after the fact. Even Bass, you see what I'm saying? Like he's saying, like I could do what I got to do. I got to run. I got to do this. I got to do that. But at the end of the day, I don't have structure, or I don't have that pick me up. I don't have that.
You don't got that battery,
right? Without your woman, and the woman is saying the same thing. Like that's what they do. So it's kind of like we're saying the same thing, and we actually,
Yo, I need my battery. You know what I mean? This is my power.
Hi, Bass. Welcome back.
Yeah, whenever they had their problems, it kicked me out, I guess.
Mozzarella ass.
Man, fuck you. Keep talking that fucking shit, motherfucker. Next time we meet the fuck up, I'm gonna smash your shit.
Motherfucker, you 45 minutes away. You know where the fuck I live. You been in my house.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna fucking meet up. We're gonna put it on YouTube. You're gonna hit every goddamn fucking clip that holds the target. I'm gonna hit the center.
Online every day.
All right. Yo.
Yeah.
I'm not entertained by that shit, man. I'm gonna Gucci Gunner ass motherfucker. I like gunners.
Right now.
He's all about gun vogue.
I'm gun vogue, bro.
Yo, that's it.
I like beautiful guns, bro.
Yo, man.
Guns and holding them.
Oh,
fuck all that shooting shit.
You was just talking about it.
I don't be sporting shit. Yo, I'm your local neighborhood flyest nigga you ever see.
Hey, look, I never ever bought Jordans to keep them in the box. I wore them, so just do it.
I used to have a lot of them. I gave them up because Cass introduced me to much more pleasurable things like watches and homes and passive income and shit like that. A woman introduced me to those more pleasurable things. I didn't know about that. I know about Jordans and Lacoste and Polo and shit like that. You know what I mean? Cass introduced me to the future things.
That's cool. Fuck over here. Is it cold at your place, Armel?
Motherfucker, you 45 minutes away. How different is the weather?
I don't know. I'm just fucking talking out my ass. It's cold as fuck over here.
It's 30 degrees outside.
How different is the weather if you 45 minutes away, bro?
Christ.
No.
Guys, don't let him do you like that.
Fuck him. Fuck him. And tell him maybe it's fucking rains tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna come. I might come.
You're going to
you gotta come over here, bro. You gotta come to Virginia to the beautiful mountains, bro.
That I got a person start at the end.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I don't know if we went over this yet or not. Do you feel that that the income to each of the spouse determines their status in the household?
Say it one more time.
If a woman makes more money than a man, or a man makes more money than a woman, should that higher income have the more say in the household? What shit gets done?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Get my damn slippers and make my plate.
What gets bought?
I don't think so, because Cass kills me.
Because
I don't think so. Cass kills me, but I still run shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cass kills me, and she don't even be trying.
I don't agree that it should.
You don't run shit, Armand.
Yo, I run shit, but Cass kills me. Cass make like my annual income in like a 2-month run.
Listen, I told Armel that I figured out a long time ago how to get him to do what I want him to do, but so,
I can't really talk.
It's all about psychology.
I shake my leg, yo.
I use psychology.
It doesn't make a difference.
I use psychology in the ass all the time. You don't even know it. So
No, she psychologically fucks me. She psychologically fucks me. But I don't run for that shit.
Fuck some shit
Now,
up.
No,
I put my foot down.
uh-huh.
Yeah. You wear a size 4. Get your ass out of here with your foot down.
Yeah, I'm a book. I'm a Bigfoot nigga.
Yeah, you wear Adidas. Cass wear fucking Timbs.
This how
I
we
know
do
she's
it.
stomping them shits out, scuffing them all
I
out.
wear
Go ahead,
Adidas.
Cass. Send him to his
I wear
room.
Adidas. She wears socks.
Juggling everything. And I gotta go.
Nah, but for real, Cass. I'm the dependent in this relationship, and she the stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, I stay at home. I want to be at home possessor. So.
Cass stay at
Me
home.
too.
Look,
My homeschool.
Cass stay at home and make a 2-month bag annually.
Now, come on, that's a boss.
That's a boss.
that's
No,
why
I
I
could,
said he works for her.
Right.
I could see where it makes a difference if one or the other is like, killing it with the money, and the other one ain't trying to do shit to help. Then that's different. You know what I mean? But like to me, when you're in a marriage, like you're like in it with each other. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of
And this
how
is a crazy
the shit works out.
Put that up, Bass.
Huh?
I'm glad you and everybody. You know what I mean, Bass. You know what I mean. This is my dude. I
Cross
rock.
my fucking cigarettes. Fuck.
You know what I mean? And Ryan, with this on and offline conversation, I speak to Bass literally almost every day, and both. Yeah, literally every day I speak to Bass. Literally every fucking day.
No, yeah, he calls me quite a bit.
And Bovolt, I speak to Bovolt every once in a while.
More than once in a while. You were on the phone for like 3 hours yesterday.
When we have a conversation, when we have our conversations, we have our conversations. When we have our conversations, we have our conversations. You know what I mean?
Just a little bit. But
when we have our conversation,
Cass jumped in doing Cass shit. She was, this is what y'all supposed to do, boss. Like, you supposed to do it 1, 2, 3, 4. How could you do whoop, whoop, whoop? I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
you know what I mean?
It makes sense. Like, she's not saying anything wrong. She's coming with general wisdom, experience.
The right or wrong.
you guys are talking in circles. I don't see the steps you need to take from A to Z. This is how you want to do. That's all. Y'all weren't talking around in circles. Get to the point. A to Z. That's what you
say. Right. Yo, Cass empowers me. So let's close this shit out. Yo, the woman's position or the woman's place is next to her fucking man, bro. And if you look at this screen right now, you see that. What is a woman's place in the fucking nation, the country, the community, the goddamn universe? And you look at the screen right now, everybody on here, the woman's place is next to her dude. You know what I mean? And you could call Armel some old crazy ass shit, or I'm too overbearing. But if I look at the screen, this shit is apparent to me.
So that means a man's place is next to his woman because that's
absolutely.
Okay, then we all on the same page.
Yeah, because he wasn't speaking that earlier. That's why I was getting mad. So, he cleared himself up when I came on.
I'm not even disagreeing.
Yes. Because the beginning, because first he said something that was really empowering, and he said something.
Go ahead, boo.
And I mean, like, what are you really saying? So, I mean, you have to be clear. Like initially, he said that women are the center, and they need to take that position as being the center where things revolve around them and so on. I'm like, okay, that's very empowering. Then he said some other bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That doesn't come
right. But listen,
right. But you said. Right? So, as for clarity purposes, a woman places beside her man and vice versa. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me say this. If Armel wasn't controversial, the shit would be boring. So, shout out to Armel. She was the fuck out of everybody.
Really? Crazy shit. He was getting me mad. And that's why I was like, well, let me get up here.
That's why I was like,
That's your place as a woman to get mad. The emotional.
No, it's not my place to get mad. It's to make sure you're not talking in circles like you usually do.
All the time.
But that's why
Our circles always lead you to the place that you started.
No, that's why I told him I wasn't coming on with this bullshit topic because first he posted, "What's a woman's place?" I'm like, "What the fuck you mean by what's a woman's place?" That sounded derogatory. So I was like, I'm not supporting that bullshit, right? Then he was like, "Well, really, this." I'm like, "Get to really what you want to say, which is actually it's kind of empowering, but then you have to say it in that roundabout bullshit way. Get to the point in a way that makes sense."
Yo, I don't have to motherfucking get to a point to make sense because Bass, Tiff is upstairs.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Tiff is upstairs. He in the garage. This is a legendary garage. Yo, check out Smash Bass channel. That garage right there in is legendary. You know what I mean? Smash Bass channel.
Oh my!
You know what I mean? Tiff is right upstairs, and she in the live. She listening, but she ain't there. You know what I mean?
She's sick.
But
she had COVID.
Armel,
yeah.
Can I ask you, are you acquainted with Alvin Battle? And do you agree with
Alvin Battle is his old friend.
Yo, Alvin was my friend since I was 7 years old.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a brother.
He's not a bot. He's a real person.
He's not a bot.
Oh, okay.
Alvin Battle, Alvin Battle was my friend since we were. He's a month older than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was my friend since we were 7 years old. How many people? I'm 50.
Okay.
How many people can say that they have friends for 43 years and still fucking friends? I talk to him more. I talk to Dutch seriously.
Almost every day.
3 times a day.
So let me ask you: do you agree with his sentiments?
No.
That he has
No.
shared about this
Dutch and I have very different experiences.
Okay, thank you. That's what I
All
want
right,
to
so
know.
I got
I have very different experiences in life, you know what I mean? But that's I understand them though. For real, from his perspective, I understand why he feels the way he feels.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I know him and I know what he been through in life.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I don't share that experience.
Black man.
I don't share that experience.
Black man.
I don't share that experience. Whatever it is, he ain't no better black man.
He just listen to.
Oh man,
he's a hurt black man, and he just hasn't found the right woman to humble him.
This is the way it gets shady, right? If a woman, if a woman looking for a motherfucker that earn, and I want a motherfucker that earn and a motherfucker that's accomplishing, and Dutch would have been the perfect thing. But the woman that he encountered in his life wasn't that. Dutch is a kind of gentler Armel.
Oh.
You know what I mean? He's an earner, he's a getter, he's a go-getter, he's visionary, he's intelligent, he's smart. The prototype, the print that you will want on a woman, that a woman would want on a man, he would be that. But the woman that he encountered in life didn't know that.
Okay.
Can I say something to Erica?
He's a prototype, yo.
It's all the crazy talk. Dutch actually can hold a really intelligent conversation and can talk very well about stuff. But this Kevin Samuels aspect of him, I don't shit.
She was talking to him on the phone the other day.
But besides all that, Dutch is very intelligent.
Sophia says,
everybody I rock with, everybody I grew up with, cats I grew up with, we either ruling the fucking world and somebody in some place, or we in prison for a motherfucking million years and ain't coming home.
Facts.
The motherfuckers that's home,
facts.
Like this dude,
that's a fact.
They're ruling the fucking world.
That's a fact.
And he one of them dudes that's ruling the fucking world.
He's doing well.
But unfortunately, he haven't been in a position where he has a partner in crime. a PNC.
So you gotta so kind of I guess kind of like me at times, like you gotta watch how you. I'm not coming at nobody by saying this, but you gotta watch how you perceive someone versus who they really are.
Right.
Because what he's writing, it's not what we're perceiving.
Because
writing.
right, because the way someone says something or the way they feel about something doesn't mean you know the real them.
Oh,
okay. And right, and doesn't mean they're not a good person. Like some people don't fucking like me the first time they meet me, the first couple times they meet me, right? But if you get to know me, you see I care, you see I do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're respecting me, I respect you. Just the normal shit. So you got to be real careful how you perceive the way someone says something through a chat or through whatever. You know what I mean?
Be careful how you are presenting yourself as well.
Yeah, right. and I do understand that, but a lot of people like me don't give a fuck because the people that know me know me.
Okay.
And the people and I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, and the people that know me knows I'll do anything for you. I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying as far as you have to understand how you say things. But some people just don't give a shit. Like I say what I say, I do what I want, and if it comes off the wrong way, I'm sorry. It's not like that, but that's just me.
But I will say, I mean, the internet. I mean, the fact is, people. I was actually listening to Matt Rife comedy earlier, and on social media, the internet, sometimes people just become like almost. I don't know if monster is the right word, but in terms of the persona that they give out. May not be what you see when you meet them in the real world, because some people are just internet monsters. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and it's just so easy to be typing whatever little bullshit comes to mind because there's no repercussions. No one can punch you in the face if this through the internet.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I think this shit is funny and the conversation happening in the chat is hilarious, but. I know it's coming from with Kevin Samuels and bullshit. Otherwise than that, I mean, Dutch is a very intelligent guy, great person to have conversations with.
Right.
And I know his backstory. I've known him since I've known Armel. We met almost immediately 14 years ago. And he's a go-getter and he has a good career and all that stuff. So besides feelings about women.
Yeah, some people just don't have a filter, and a lot of times that's me. Like I don't have a filter, and a lot of people take that negative, and I understand that, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but like it doesn't mean that just because someone puts out how they feel that they're wrong or that they're not a good person.
Aware that Black women are killed every 6 hours by a Black man. So this type of rhetoric is just completely unacceptable, and I just don't accept it. And that's all that I'm saying. Even though I'm speaking well of marriage and having a husband that I respect and all those things, that kind of stuff, I just can't accept it because of what it does in the real world. Right. So I didn't mean to put him on
DC money in here,
but he has been asking for it. But you all have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
What was your question to me, Bolt?
Hey.
Oh, it wasn't really a question. It was I went through a moment and I thought of you and Billy, right? I cut my son here, he's 6, and he had locks like Alex. I never put a clipper, a scissor, nothing to his head for his whole life. Right? It even locked naturally. The old Brooklyn locks, Mel, you know, where you got
like the wicks.
Yeah, one this size, you know, ain't nothing, no. And I had to cut his hair. He was wanting me to cut his hair. And I didn't do it for like 4 months. He was requesting it, right? And I was like, damn, I had to cut it. And I'm like, I had to talk to somebody else that I knew. You know what I'm saying?
How old is your son?
He's 6.
Oh, see,
I posted him on Instagram like maybe a week before I cut him. I just, me and Armel was going through a little battle with the guns on a Thursday, and he had his nerf.
You got squash niggas.
Yeah, he had his Nerf gun out. You know what I'm saying? I put him on. Right? I had Big Daddy Kane playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I cut his joint. So I'm like, damn. I'm thinking about Alex. Like, damn. Has Alex ever wanted to cut?
He has. But I gave him the reason, the spiritual reason of why I decided to lock his hair, and the reasoning of why it's important for him to continue through his journey. So he has that choice at 18 if he wants to cut it. Until then, it's not a conversation.
So,
what's going on, Money Mike? Mike.
So I come on here to tell y'all I got married for business. I did not get married. I mean, I'm in love with my wife and I love my wife, but I 100% got married for business. Because once I got married, it allowed doors to open, which wouldn't open as a single man. As a businessman, it wouldn't open. No one wanted to have dinners with me when I went to conventions because I was that single guy. So some of the benefits that happened once I got married, my taxes got better. I spent less money in taxes. My car insurance got better because I spent less money on insurance. So, and life insurance, everything, like one of the benefits also, if one of us pass away, the other person comes up on life insurance because of that. So it's for me, it was more so business, and love was the secondary for a lot of it. I'm able to do a lot of things by being married that I wouldn't be able to accomplish if I wasn't. So, and there's a lot of people out here, a lot of my friends, same way. If they couldn't get, like a politician, nobody votes for a politician unless they're married. There is no such thing as a single president of the United States, no matter if it's male or female, vice president, no such thing. Like, these things don't exist nowadays because of business and structure. And I'm sorry, I mean, however you look at it, I mean, you have to have a person beside you just so you can accomplish other things or just to move ahead. So, I mean, I just wanted to come and say that, like, hey, y'all, there are people who do get married for business.
No, hold on.
Okay.
So, Mike, that being said, another touchy subject that a lot of people won't dive into or conversate about is arranged marriages. Do you feel like you had an arranged marriage style of relationship?
I wish I did. If my shit was arranged, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna answer this for you, Mike. I wish somebody would have arranged. Hold up. If my marriage was arranged, if my father or my parents knew better and would arrange my shit, I think I would have ended up in a better situation and I wouldn't have had so much trial and error.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm just playing.
If my parents would have known the quality of chick that I got right now, you know what I mean? And
nice cleanup.
I'm sure they would have picked it. You know what I mean? My mother didn't even, for real, I'm gonna keep it 100. My mother didn't even know the caliber of female that I had until we went until Zadie was born, and Zadie was born. I think Zadie was 2 months and got a passport. You know what I mean? She walked up there with Cass. She went and got the Zadie passport, and she was like, damn, all right, my son is in good hands. You see what I'm saying? And that's actually, you knew that because you came like, your mother really didn't know, you know what I mean?
What?
Who the fuck I am.
I didn't get past it.
And that was after like damn near 10 years.
No, it was
mad years.
So Mike, what you're saying is your woman opened many doors for you. That's what you're saying.
And mine opened many doors for me.
By us being married.
Yes, by you guys being married.
Yeah, just the marriage part of it. So by me being a married man, open more doors versus me being a single man. I'm able to get in certain rooms that I wouldn't be able to. So it's some prejudice situations because you're unmarried. So single people won't be able to do certain things that married people can do. And just look at some of your circles or whatever. When you're talking to your single friends, it's certain events that you're not going to invite them to. And that's just a basic thing, just a friendship, because you're not going to put them in certain circles. Like, oh, we're having a couples night, you know what I'm saying? A couples dinner. So you're not going to invite a single person to that because it's strictly for couples. Well, that's the same thing like in a business point of view. It's like, I don't want to deal with a single woman or a single man when it comes to business. I prefer to deal with someone who has a structure, who's been married for a while. And that determines if they're successful in their marriage, that means they're going to fight for their business and they're going to be successful in business.
Facts.
Okay, so this question is for all the men, including you, Bill. So why do men bash women or have a perspective of not dating women with kids? Or why do men put restrictions on who they want to date when it comes to women? If you guys really need us in order to be successful.
That's
my issue.
Men like that.
Can I take this one?
I've never done that.
Can I take this one? I think that happens prior to getting involved with something is because you don't think that the woman is accepting of, or even in that mind state to even say that they on it like that. So you're trying to create some. You know how you could go outside. I could go outside as a single man tonight and try to go outside and have a good time or whatever. Even if I say, no, I'm not going to find the woman I want in the club. So let me go in and do a daytime event. Let me go to a museum, an art museum, or a fashion show. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, do you know that there's still a great chance that you have some kind of something that's saying like, they're not trying to do that. When you get out there, it's like, that's not what they're trying to do. They're not accepting that kind of a friendship or offer. It's like, fly me in, do this, do it. It's not that we're bashing. It's just that we don't feel like that candidate is no longer available. Certain type of level. Their motive is different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand that.
Motive is different to be stepdads at any time.
I understand that.
Yo, a stepdad is appreciated, yo. I ain't even gonna front. A stepdad is better than no dad.
I feel like you have to.
Bass.
Yeah.
A woman,
Go ahead.
a man is not going to accept them with child, but that's not actually the fact. If a man wants that woman, he's going to take everything that comes with her.
100%.
You know what? Okay, so interestingly enough, I mean, Kevin Samuels would bash women with kids.
Fuck Kevin Samuels.
Besides that, but I literally I was thinking today of a woman, because they're saying that if a woman have kids, then she can't attract a man of wealth and substance, right? That's the supposed perception out there. But then I thought of Margaret Taylor when she and Steve Harvey finally got together. She had 3 kids with 2 baby daddies, right? And he still married her and accepted her and wifed her up and all that stuff. So it's like, it's not, if you know what your value is and worth as a woman, and if you happen to have children, then you should still be able to want the best and more for yourself.
A simpler thing is Shamir.
But she accelerated his business career too.
I'm the dude.
Right.
She helped him. She helped. So it was a benefit for him.
Yeah, she helped him. Yeah. She did. Right.
Yeah, it was a business thing for him too. Like if I get with this woman, I can benefit financially in a way because she's going to help elevate me. She's going to she has a strategy or she has a system that might be more positive for me.
Yeah. So I mean, so besides whatever situations with the fact she had kids, it was her mindset that attracted him to her and what he believed she could elevate his life. So I just said that, I mean, as a woman, as long as you know what you can bring to the table, regardless of your situations with children and stuff, I don't see how that should deter any real man from wanting to become a part of your life.
A lot of the problems between men and women and the relationships is insecurities. You know what I mean? once you iron out the insecurities and you get with somebody who can deal with your quirks and your little bullshit or whatever may be wrong with you, you can build off of that. You just
yeah, but you
want to accept you. Go ahead, Bass.
I mean, I guess kind of like she was asking, I guess if you're willing to or not. So I guess maybe this won't make any sense, but I've always been the type to be willing to, give anyone a chance. I mean, it didn't matter to me at the time before I got married if they had kids or not, right? I feel like you can get with that person, you can kind of feel like where their head's at, right? I mean, I think we all kind of have that, just like kind of common sense shit, and just kind of see where their head's at. Like, are they getting with you? Are they getting with you so you can take care of the child? Are they getting with you because they, want to see what's up? You know what I'm saying? See if they can have something. Like, so, I mean, again, every situation is different. But I guess if the man's not at all willing to do that, to me, that's fine. I mean, that's just them. That's how they are. That's them. And you know what I'm saying? We're not all the same. We're not all willing to do that. I was at the time. And real quick before anyone starts talking, if the dude had just left, his wife got off because of me, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
No.
I was.
It wasn't true.
No, it was
Okay.
not.
All right.
She had to go to work with him.
Yeah,
All right. That's cool because she said something to me and then kind of like rolled out. So
she just went to bed. It was kind of late. She went to bed. I don't think it wasn't about
cool.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, that's cool. But it's I just feel like I said, it depends on the individual, right? Like some men just aren't willing to deal with that, right? And maybe some of those men don't want kids at all. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm not going to fuck with that because I don't even want kids to begin with. You know what I mean?
Or they probably not ready to make that commitment.
Right. So there could be, in my opinion, there could be multiple factors, right? Like I said, for me, it was never like I actually dated a woman and had a kid with her, and she already had a child. We didn't work out. Me and my wife got together, but it's not always just, oh, you got a kid, I don't want nothing to do with that. Or just, you know what I'm saying? It can go multiple ways, in my opinion.
Facts. Yeah, it all depends on your commitment. But go ahead, man. But it's at the end of the day, whether it's kids or not kids, this shit is all business because this is serious. Like, stay out of my business. This is serious business. If you look at it anything less, it's something else. It's something else that is too fragile.
Well,
let me ask y'all really.
It's like funny that only people that's want his food these days. I mean, that's what I meant. You are Monkey. You offered to buy me lunch.
Yo. I buy her lunch.
Let me ask this super important question.
No, go ahead.
Most of us as couples might go through, and everybody's experience is going to be different. But let me know this: is the family of your spouse a deal breaker? Sometimes you just can't fuck with them. You can't get along with them.
Yes.
Y'all come from different, parts of life, walks of life, different financial backgrounds, educational backgrounds. Could you leave your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend?
Nah, that's family
just ain't rocking.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let me answer that. I see where there's
cultural difference which you left out.
There's definitely a cultural difference between Armin and I, right? And I see where there are times when I may experience.
I say nigga too much.
That was definitely took a long.
I say nigga, bitch, motherfucker.
Still doesn't.
And I say all those bad words.
And I'm not very happy with that. And it's been a long time.
And her family can't adjust to that shit either.
Yes, but we still learn that during family moments, as long as each family is accepting of the other, then it should still be okay, regardless of the differences that sometimes. I mean, my family. Arman always says that initially my family, my they didn't like it. But that's far from the truth.
Yo, I'm too American.
My family advocate for him a lot of times now.
Her family advocate for me because they know I ride for her.
That's true. My family advocate for him.
No, it's not.
You had to prove that. That shit wasn't immediate.
Actions. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. Did you ask? I'm sorry. My fly family. You just said family in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So that can depend on if it's immediate family or not. Like if they're close. Like, are they close to you? Are they far away? Are they, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18 hours away? Because that can change things, right? Because you're not going to see them that often.
That's
So
true.
if you, right. So if the family members are close to you and you get along with them, then
Hey,
I can,
Bass.
yeah.
I'm talking about you. Fuck the
Talking about
general.
me?
I'm talking about you.
If you're talking about me in general, you're pointing me out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about each other's like if Money Mike like with his wife, it could if his wife's family was a nuisance, would he stay or is it a deal breaker at times with him?
Damn, bye.
That's
Right,
what
but
we're
I mean,
saying, just like
but
in your marriage now.
yeah, just the family in general. But I mean, that, like I said again, that can depend on how much contact you have with them and how close they are. Like,
How much
Depends on
contact do
the
you have, though?
relationship.
Like,
Huh?
if your wife's family was fucked up, would you still stay with your wife?
if the whole family was fucked up,
Yeah,
yeah.
I dig it. Hey, I love you, baby.
So,
And my whole family's fucked up when you been staying, Armel.
Your whole family is fucked up.
Damn.
Yo.
I think with Billy and I,
your family's smaller than my family.
That's true.
Yo, I got a gargantuan fucking family, yo. So you can't, I got seriously. Brooklyn is a big city, right? And I probably got like a third of the entire city, which is the 4th largest city in the country, related to me.
There's a lot of them.
I seriously think Zach from Fat Guy with Guns is part of my family because I was talking to his older brother, and they from my neighborhood. Their name is related to my family name, and I really got a big family. It's like thousands of us.
Anyways, a
Yeah,
lot of
you and Zach do got the same earlobes.
Yeah, we seriously. And for real, the price, his name is related to. I'm not doing nothing.
I remember like a black Shrek.
Yeah, I seriously have a big ass family. I seriously have a big ass family. So, but for real though, it doesn't make the difference of, because I know we have like different. It's not family. It's more cultural because Caribbean people perceive African, or not just Caribbean people. Everybody outside of the United States perceive African Americans in a particular way. That is what the media portrayed them as. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that again. Stop using social media. Is how it's not just the social media, it's what you guys portray just in general. So
there's always a stereotype, and that attaches.
I understand.
It's a stereotype.
You play on that stereotype, though.
I play on that stereotype because of the cultural shit that was set forth.
How was your relationship with Armel's mother? How was that in the first like year of meeting?
It was all right. I don't know that I saw a text that she wrote him that wasn't very flattering. No.
My mother don't like Caribbean people.
Yeah, that was very flattering about me in the very beginning of our relationship, but I'm like, whatever. But it's
my mother old school. She thought Caribbean people came out here to
Armel, your mother is mean.
My mother a fucking gangster.
She's mean as hell.
She's a gangster.
Yo,
she is.
my mother fucking gangster. Her life wasn't supposed to be easy and flattering.
Yeah. So I mean,
for real.
I think what helped it was Zadie. When Zadie was born, she was very integral in her life. Especially, we lived the first year in New York, and she had Zadie for long periods of time, a couple of days in a row. I had to be like going back for my child because she wanted Zadie all the time, you know. So I think Zadie helped to bridge that rift.
And all the milestones of Zadie's life, she was always there.
Yeah. So so having Zadie, I think, actually helped to bridge that I wouldn't say a gap, but it helped to bridge it and made it easier for us. Because I mean, I will be frank with you. As a Jamaican woman, I myself sometimes feel like I don't quite understand African American women culturally. I mean, because I came here when I was in my mid-20s. So sometimes I myself also experience a little bit of discomfort.
And she's discomfort with me most of the time.
Yeah, well, not most of the time, but it's like it's a little cultural difference sometimes. You know what I mean? So that and because even I again, even though I'm in the world a lot, I was in the world a lot as an extrovert. I'm very much an introvert. I very much like to be by myself. I very much, you know what I mean? So even being around and trying to navigate that sometimes has its moments of difficulty for me. So, but we're fine. We're fine. We got past that because it helped with Zadie getting past that. Yeah, but I love my family. I'm gonna thought my family hated him. Thought my father thought he was a bum.
Yeah.
My
family thought I was some gangster criminal.
My father thinks that.
And then at first it was kind of like he's a suit. This is how the interception was. He's a suit.
What do you mean?
It's like when you first came up and you first was like, oh yeah, it was a suit. It was a perception, a Caribbean perception. The job, the title, the suit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean suit?
The suit.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Like the suit and tie type of thing.
Oh, I was trying to figure it out also.
Yeah,
the suit. It was a suit. So when she initially introduced it, it was just like it wasn't introduced to me as an individual. It was introduced to me as a suit or as a position or as a status.
Huh?
So
my father think everybody's a criminal. Like,
and then he was like, her father was a little bit different. Her father was just like, this dude is a gangster in a suit. And
you do the suspect, man.
Yeah, it was more like this African American, they all criminals, they getting over on somebody. You heard of a black supremacist, a white supremacist? Her father was a Jamaican supremacist. Like Jamaican, everybody else is fucked up unless they fucking Jamaican. You know what I mean?
My father.
Her father was, but everybody else is like, it was a matter of positioning. Or what does he do for a living? Or, you know, oh yeah, he checked the box. Oh yeah, he got the good job. He got a good salary. He got a good enemy. Let me ask him. It's like, yeah. He's well dressed. You know what I mean? Oh, that is a nice car. You know what I mean? Her friends, you pull them over. It's like, whose Range Rover is that? And she took me over her best friend's house, and that was the first question she asked.
See, all my wife's family that I see, they're all dope. Like, they're all cool as shit. I ain't got no problem with them. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I was saying, like, is it someone you see on a regular basis? Is it someone like that you might talk to like once a year, twice a year? Like, so that's
what you see on a regular basis. Is the ones that are active in your life.
Right. And I feel like I expressed that earlier, but yeah, but I mean, all my wife's family, the ones that I would see on holidays and shit, like, they're all dope as shit. I ain't got no problem with them, but it wouldn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my fucking wife. I love what we have. And, you know, I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, I mean, I've been with a lot of women and she's just dope. Like we were talking earlier, she don't give a fuck what I do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, hey, honey, can I do this? It's like, hey, honey, I'm going to do this. She's like, all right. But but we will conversate as far as, we have kids, we got the dogs and shit. So we'll conversate. We'll conversate as far as, hey, honey, I'm going to do this. Is there a problem? Do I need to be home for something? You know what I mean? Like for that type of shit. But there's no problem as far as, hey, I'm going to do this. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And if there's an issue, we talk about it, we work it out. We're like, okay, well, the dogs need to do this, or the kid needs to do this, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she works it out with me if I want to go do something, and I work it out with her if she wants to go do something. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's the way every relationship should be. Like there shouldn't be a reason why you can't do something typically. I mean, I understand you have your quirks and shit happens, but I mean, if your wife loves you, you love your wife, you should be able to make something work. Like that's just me, and that's the way our relationship goes.
Right.
Yeah, but you gotta love yourself first. And if you're gonna be in a stressed out situation with her family, you gotta choose you first.
No, of course. That's what I'm saying though. Like her family's dope. There's never no problems. So for me, for my situation, I'm cool. I can't say that's the situation for everyone. You know what I mean? But I think I would still be with my wife, even if that was the case. Honestly, I do.
Be with somebody, you're gonna be with somebody.
Huh?
If you're gonna be with somebody, you're gonna be with somebody.
I want to ask. Listen, Urban Gardening Chronicles.
I disagree.
Ask me how I know. How you know? Hey, Urban, how you know all Jamaican?
Because she's Jamaican.
Are you Jamaican?
She is Jamaican.
She's Jamaican?
Yeah, she up in Canada. She up in Canada somewhere. You gotta forgive Cash. She don't never come to know the lives, none of the lives. She be doing all other shit. But yeah,
she's missing 50% of the time now.
She up in Canada.
But I would have to say, between Billy and I, our families were almost a deal breaker. It was because of my family. We're in each other's business. So we had to set up boundaries, or I had to set up a boundary for my family and my relationship. But it was hard for Billy to understand that, how, like Cass, you would understand, everything is family oriented. It's like there's no real, everything's done with family. So there's really no boundaries when it comes to family.
They were stepping the fuck over them shits. Way over them shits.
But that's for me, they weren't, but for you, they were.
When you look, not pointing fingers.
You are pointing fingers. You saying
you bring up a good point though. Because I guess I'm kind of retract my statement. Like, so yeah, right. So I guess because the family thing was always so good, right? Like, so if I'm dating someone, right? Like you're dating them, you're not like planning on marrying them right away, right? You're just dating them, right. And you can see. So maybe I didn't explain myself. You can see there's going to be a problem, and you're just dating,
right?
Then yes, you're going to back out of that. You're going to say, okay, that's not for me, right? So I understand that. So let me say this: if everything was cool, and I'm married to the girl, and we got our thing going on, and some shit happens, I ain't leaving. If the woman's good to me and we got a good thing. So just let me say that, right? Okay. A dating perspective is different.
That's a great point, right? That's a great point, Bass. And let me address that, right? The leave perspective, right? When is it time to leave? And that's a whole separate live, yo. And that's a whole, this is a two-way channel, man. And I just want these women.
Jerry Springer, baby. Jerry Springer.
These women to back their man up. Where's the woman placed? That's what this live is supposed to be about, is to back their man up. You know what I mean? But that's what it's supposed to be started at. But it takes its own life. But on that note that Bass just brought up, bro, this shit is crazy because regardless of where it goes, you got to back that woman up. And that woman got to back that man up.
Yep. Agree.
That's just like, seriously, seriously, point blank, regardless of the fucking family, regardless if y'all down with each other, y'all down with each other.
True.
Y'all down with each other, y'all down with each other. Fuck the family, yo, because you ain't got.
I disagree. You have to put family as a consideration.
I thought you were ending this shit, Armel. Damn.
No. I'm leaving it. I disagree with you, Armel, because family plays a big role in relationships.
I'm in a 5-hour live. He'll keep going and going and going. He said it before when you think he's about to
Yo,
and then does it.
it was me, 2A. It was me, 2A Syndicate, DC Money Mike, and my cousin. And we was on here all motherfucker.
Like
5
5+
hours.
hours. Like, what the? I don't know. No, but he did it. Was it last week or the week before? The week before, he look like he was whining. He goes again. You're like, it's like.
It wasn't me. It was Kelly that time. That
No,
it was like
man,
a 5-hour
did it the
live.
other day too, man. Like you sound like you're about to wind up and you just go back again.
I don't give
It's
a
like,
fuck.
you're like a preacher who's
I ain't got nothing to
you're
do.
like a preacher who passed around the money,
Yo.
the money back again.
I'm a
right?
married.
Money collection.
I'm a secured married man, and I ain't got shit else to do. That's how that shit works.
Go to sleep.
Sleeping.
Well, everybody, Armel, CZ Mommy, thank you for letting me be on your panel. CZ Mommy, thank you for not taking
Thank you so
me,
much for coming.
personal for arguing with your husband. Is that I thought you had many good points. Armel, I'm speaking. You had many good points, CZ Mommy, and he was not letting you speak. So I felt like I needed to come up here to make sure you got heard, you was being heard, because you made some valid good points. You did upgrade Armel. I hope he appreciates you the way we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hope you look exhausted. Go ahead and smile. Your wife is amazing.
Yeah, we gotta stop this sensitivity bullshit in the world.
Your wife is so cool. I love
Thank
your wife
you.
to
Thank
death.
you very much.
And Bash,
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you.
Thanks for
I mean,
telling
my
us.
head swell. Bash.
I was on y'all's live a couple months ago.
I know.
Hire
That's
her.
when I took the gummy. Yeah,
Yo.
that's when I took the gummy.
I might tell her to put in a
I
job
was there,
application
but not
now so I
there.
can hire her again.
Hey,
Gonna have to
I
up
only
the
got
terms.
I only got one question for all the guys on the panel. Are we still friends?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Fuck.
Yo.
There ain't no Karens over here, brother.
You friends with I see you at SHOT Show. Go ahead, yo.
I hear Armel tell people that he didn't know I was listening. They didn't want me to actually come to Shy Show.
Yo, she ear hustling
I
like a
hear
motherfucker.
some shit. You talk loud.
She ear hustling. So
I'm like,
what?
that's fine. I don't need to go. No, that's
Go
fine.
ahead.
CZ
Hey,
Mommy.
money, Mike, you got a white line through your face.
Yeah, what's up, Bo? You said so. What you said, CC, man?
I said
A white line. My phone's fucked up.
CZ Mommy is definitely on the board of execs.
It's my phone, bro. I got a white line on my phone. I dropped it.
Go. She's gonna go. She adamant. She's agile. She know what she gonna go.
Thank you. I know. He's going to have to up the terms, though. You remember that open AI guy who quit the job and then Microsoft hired him? ASAP? Well, you're going to have to up the terms for me to come back to your company. Because you fired me, so
I ain't fired. She quit before I fired her.
Having you here was mandatory.
Huh?
Having you in this live for this subject was mandatory.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You brought something that was 100% needed.
Yeah, she wasn't coming. She
so.
wasn't coming. And you know what? I said, you not coming. I asked her, you not coming. Fuck you. You don't need me. You don't. This is how I was like, all right. But she heard the conversation. She couldn't resist herself.
Yeah, I'm glad she came.
You got to interject. So all I had to do was talk some
shit.
Perspective, a male perspective on a woman diaspora that she didn't disagree with. She couldn't help herself, and I talk loud already, so she couldn't help herself but come in here and interject and say today. And that's her job, that's her position. Yeah, and this whole live is about, I hope we don't miss this in the live, but it's just like, what is the woman's position? It ain't a matter of motherfucking be subjective or lessen a man. It's about to compliment and empower him. And this is what 2 Hour for Life is all about, empowerment. This shit is about empowerment, and it ain't empowerment of the self, of the one. You know what I mean? Because we are not the one. We are everything. You know what I mean? We are all. So if we are all, right? We can't empower ourselves. We have to have others to empower. It's all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's a collaborative. You know what I mean? So we have to empower each other, and that's what it's about. So if she empowered me, I empower her, and he empowered me, and I empower DC Money, and I empower Bolt Vote, and I empower Dad going smashing that bass. We rock together. We are strong.
Why gotta be last? Why gotta be last? Because I'm white.
What's up?
God damn it!
Yo,
I don't discriminate, motherfucker.
Oh, Jamaican saying out of many one people.
What is the Jamaican saying? Say it loud.
Out of many one people.
Out of many one people.
That's our motto. Out of many one people.
That's a Jamaican motto for real. That's on the coat of arms.
That's why Jamaicans are several different races. People don't know they're white Jamaicans, Indian Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans, but we don't do like
they don't do race.
African American. We just say everybody's Jamaican. That's it. There's no distinction.
It's out of many, whether you white, Chinese, Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern, African, out of many, we are one people. Yeah. If you ask any of them that's first generation, they all Jamaican.
Doesn't matter where you are. Jamaican. That's it.
I'll show you plenty of videos of white hair, blue eye.
There was one we were watching today. This girl was like, this is Jamaican math, and she's talking, and she's very much a white girl. I'm like, that girl is a real Jamaican because I know what Jamaican accent sounds like.
You can't
she's
front
Jamaican.
it. You can't front it. You know. So it's out of many one people, man, and it's a lot of different perspectives. And what is a woman's place? The fact is, what this law was about. What is a woman's place? A woman's place besides her.
Rodney trying to get back in.
Put you back in. Aren't you in? You're in.
You been
Rodney
in.
trying to get back in.
No, he's not in.
Who?
Rodney.
He's not in.
Rodney?
I only see the four of us.
Drop the link.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Oh, I need the link again.
You gotta accept them.
Drop the link.
Okay, give me a second. I'll put it back up.
DC Money Mike, I'm trying to get down there with you, man. Well, up there with you.
Hey, we're gonna end up coming down your way and come shoot with you.
We all right. All three of us is in the same place.
I think I might have found a nice day for us though. I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is bring your ass.
No, Rodney is smart as shit. Look at this Rodney.
Rodney might have. I mean, DC Money Mike, you might have some North Carolina contacts that I don't even know about right
Rodney,
now.
the link is in the chat.
Actually, I got a few in your city.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
went to a shop about a week ago.
Yo,
that he is.
Introduced me to another outdoor, and they talking about the facility is really nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a trip maybe in the next week just to walk the grounds and see what's going on, and I'll let y'all know. You know, but that might be a nice addition. They saying it's like. You could run and gun. You could do this. You could do that. I'm like,
yeah, that's good.
Let this old guy go on before Bovo. Let this old ass nigga go on before he got to go to work.
That's my OG right there, man.
Hey, Rodney.
What up? Yo, this is Armel. You got another dope live here, B. Another dope live.
Thank you.
I'm sitting there. Yo, another dope live. And I hear people talking about the Caribbean women and this and that. Yo, women all across this country. I don't care if you're from the Caribbean or the United States. Every region is different. Real talk. That's what I'm saying. I knew heads from New York who don't like Southern broads, but Southern broads who like New York niggas. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and I know yardies. Yo, I remember once I was dating a Jamaican broad. And her mother called me a duppy because my peoples was originally from Haiti, even though they left Haiti when they was like 5. I mean,
A dumpy?
It is what it is. It's what it is. Yo, love it. Love it. Let me tell you something, man.
Dumpy.
Yo, she called me a dumpy. Yo, Cassie. She called me a dumpy, man. I'm telling you, son. Yo, the only thing that mattered to me in this world is green and pink. And that's what my uncle told me a long time ago. My pops told me the same thing. Get it how you live, get that money, and secure your family. Pink and green. That's it. I know I'm going to offend a lot of people by saying that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sitting there smoking my little BD. I'm chilling. I own business.
Yo, I ain't see a BD in like, what? That's a BD?
I'm smoking a BD, son.
Yo.
There's mad Indians around here. Yo, my neighbor from Bangladesh. Next neighbor here, Indian. You know what I mean? I smoke BDs. They keep them coming. I own business. And they keep the joints in the hashish oil too. So I own business.
BDs when they got legal marijuana and shit. A BD is like the Fonto cigarette.
Yeah.
All day, every day. I live in Florida now. So, yo, dope ass live, man. Armel, keep like poking the bear, B. Keep poking the bear.
Yeah, this was a good one for sure.
Cass ain't want to do it.
Mike, what up?
I'm sorry, Cass. I love you, but you were wrong on this one. It's a good live.
It's a dope ass live, man. I'm sitting there like
was gonna go in. That's why
I ain't changing
because the bullshit that you told me earlier. I'm like, you know what's the gay said punch in the face.
You know what it was for real.
What up?
And that Cass taught me. You know what I mean? Emotions. So Cass showed me to like promote the live before the live. So I tried to do that, but I pushed it before, like way before, and it got lost in the sauce. So when I dropped it like way before, and it was controversial, it was like right there. It's like, oh, this motherfucker Armel gonna talk about some women power shit, or he gonna bash women. So I'm gonna come in here.
Nah, son.
So it looked like
that shit is needed.
Drove Erica and you know people who I never seen who always anti-Armel here just to hear what Armel had to say. But I bought my secret weapon, even though I fired her ass. You know what's funny? She came back to work just to defend herself. You feel me? And then Bolt unexpectedly dropped in. Not only did he drop in, he bought his wife. You know what I mean? And then it was just, this shit was hip hop. It was a dope rhyme with a dope flow, calculated. Yo,
Armel.
The marketing kid, I would have been a fucking genius, but
I think this live also made people think about things they weren't thinking about. You know what I mean? Like, because it definitely made me think about certain shit. Like, like kind of like, well, where is the woman's place, or how does she play the? Even though I knew it, it kind of still made me think like, well, what is that role? Like, do I really see it? Do I not see it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
crazy, right? That you say that, Bass, right? Because your wife is when you introduce her to the firearms, and excuse me, but me and Bass talk a little bit more regular than a lot of us. So when he introduced her to the firearms, she was with it. And a lot of us don't have that. And she's nice. You know what I mean? And so it became that connection.
She's nice.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, and he was the one that introduced her to it. So sometimes
I've always
relationship introducing them to something new could be that bridge.
Skilly, what up?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been into them since I've been with her. And she was really never into it like that. And just a quick story. She called me one night. She was shooting pool. She was like, "There's a shooting." She was like, "I think we should get our carry license for up in West Virginia." I'm like, "I'm down." You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been into firearms. So right around that same time, Maryland go ahead pushed it through. So we got it for Maryland, and then right after that, once we got the shit for Maryland, we took the class together, everything, and then that class also, all we got to do is take that certificate, give it to West Virginia. They give us a West Virginia shit. But West Virginia got us like 30 similar states. So that's what kind of pushed her to do it. Like I kind of always said something about that, but until it hit close to home for her, I guess she didn't really realize what could happen, right? Because I think that's a lot of us, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us. Like until it hits close to home, it's kind of like, you know, do I really need it? I carried in WV. I couldn't carry in Maryland at the time because they weren't allowing it. But I did carry in West Virginia from the day that we moved in. So that's just kind of our story with the whole thing. And then once she got her carry license and I took her to the range, I said, listen, once we go to the range, it's over. You're buying every gun you see. We went to the range. She's like, this is dope. And now she's got a whole list of shit. She got a bunch of guns. It's just,
yo, the firearms are dope, man. Until people get into it. Once people get into it.
Yeah, it is for sure.
And Cash shoot better than me, bro. Cash like leaps and bounds way over me. You know what I mean? I ain't been practicing. I'm still blind as a motherfucker, and I can't shoot.
Yo, you gotta
I'm gonna get better though.
Or man, they make glasses, bro. Just fucking buy them. Stop bullshit.
It's a technique. It's a technique too.
Armel gets like 2 glasses every time, and he loses them all the time. So he's always buying glasses.
Yo, Cash.
I need what's up?
Cash. If my wife was in here, lose every pair of glasses, man. She'd be on my ass. All right?
No, listen.
She be on my ass. She stays on my ass. Yo, where your glasses at? I don't know.
No, what I insist on is that he no longer spends a lot of money on glasses. We get them at Walmart. So you go to Walmart and get glasses. So when they break, you just go back to Walmart and get another one.
Yo,
because
I get the same way.
She sold me on Walmart, right? I used to buy Cartier frames only.
Fucking spend too much money on glasses.
I used to buy Cartier frames. She introduced me to Walmart out in Yonkers, White Plains. She took me up. She's like, you lose your glasses too much, and every time you lose your glasses, it's a couple of $1,000. If you don't lose them, buy cheap glasses. She introduced me to like White Plains, Walmart. I don't know where the fuck that was, upstate New York. Yonkers. Yeah, she introduced me to that because I was every time I lose a pair of glasses, I was replacing them with a pair of Cartiers. You know what I mean? And I wasn't that dude that go to the ghetto goddamn optical and get Cartiers. I go to Cartier and get Cartier. It was ridiculous, but Cash trained me on.
I said, go get 2. Sometimes
you have a shot with him?
Huh?
You have a shot with him? You have a shot with him?
Armel? He asked if you have a shot with me.
No, man. Have you ever shot with the Cartier, with the glasses, with the prescription? Like, have you ever used them?
I got different prescriptions though. I'm old, bro.
Have you jumped on the range? You practice with them?
I got
do that work.
You use them though, Armel.
Yeah, I use them. That's the day right here.
How many you have right now? You only have the one right now.
I have 2.
You brought out the one. Which 2?
Yo, I'm falling back for the fight. Peace. Armel, Dope Live. Everybody, bless up. Peace, man.
I was just saying my brethren in them. Because this is my brethren in them and I love them.
You know, you're drinking too much. You didn't have the bottle already, Armel.
Bless.
Yo, she said I drink half the bottle.
What fight is on right now?
You don't need any more of that.
I spilled half the bottle.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I definitely. I think. You know, like whatever prescription, like figure out like what you say you got multiple glasses. If you sit there and go to the range with the different styles that you have, like one for short distance, one for long distance, and then you can sit there and get your safety glasses to match those, so that way you can be able to have the lenses in your safety goggles, your shooting glasses.
Dude, I'm wearing safety glasses right now.
That's what I want to do, Money Mike. And I got these literally the week before the meetup in June, last June. And they came right on time. So I went out there and I was using them. So I'm saying, like, what DC Money Mike is saying, like, I would love to have range ready prescription joints. Like, that'd be dope. Because it's like I was just trying to get used to these for regular purpose, you know what I mean, for driving or whatever, or reading or whatever. But like I noticed that my sight is not A1 on that range, and it's like it made a difference. So if I could step it up even more and like get something that's actually for the range, that'd be sick, bro. Like,
yeah. So
what happens?
So I'll work real quick. I'll work construction. So the glasses I got on right now are the safety glasses, and they're also auto tint. Like they turn the sunglasses when the sun comes out.
Same here. Right.
Yeah, but this is actually safety glass because of construction. I have to have that rating.
Wow.
So I wear them to the range. I wear them to work. They're everyday glasses. You know what I mean?
And you got it from like your regular eye doctor, or you had to go somewhere special?
No, I got them from the eye doc. I went to Walmart and got them.
Yeah, Cass introduced me to Walmart, right? Cass introduced me to Walmart because, like I said, I was Cartier frame. I was Don of Cartier frames, and she introduced me to Walmart. You losing your glasses all the time, XYZ. But what happens is when I got in the shooting, and it's been like, maybe 2.5 years, going on 3 years. What happened is I started I'm getting old. So I'm have to get progressive lenses. So with progressive lenses, the reading is when you look down.
Gotcha. Yeah.
When you reading, when you looking down, right? And when you looking down, okay, switch that shit up, shooting.
No, that's how you got to do with these.
Switch it up.
Yeah,
the fine point needs to be up top, like straight forward.
Yeah.
So it's different. And the fine point is the shit that you have in targets with. So for shooting glasses, your shit need to be in reverse.
Oh, word?
Yeah. For shooting glasses, you need to be in reverse. So instead of looking down at the target, at what you're reading, you need to be looking up, like straight forward.
But that's because of progressive. I don't have progressive. I just have regular, like just.
Yeah. You ain't that old yet, Brian.
Oh,
yeah. But you ain't get to that point.
Had me at the eye doctor bugging because I'm like, they was talking all this shit that Bass is talking right now, like progressive and this. I ain't know none of this shit, bro. I had 2020 on my life, but now I'm getting older, and they're like, "Yo, we gonna cut the lens for reading."
Yo, that 40 plus shit is some bullshit.
I'm like, what the fuck?
That 40 plus shit is some bullshit.
Progressive. I've tried bifocals. I just got 2 separate glasses because that shit was giving me a headache trying to figure out where to look.
And that's where I'm at right now.
That's what I'm saying.
It requires a certain discipline. It requires the bifocals, the progressive lenses. It's plain when you're just doing that. But then when you're shooting, it becomes it adds onto the complexity of it. You know what I mean? And I try to explain to people. But most of the people that I'm running into in the shooting community and the 2A community are younger than me. And I look good and shit, right? But this shit, you know what I mean? I look good though. But
there are more people with prescription safety goggles than you think. They just probably don't say it. But there are a lot of people who wear glasses.
But mine's is more. My particular
Yeah, like me.
more complicated because I don't just have the vision. I have other issues like with the retina and with the failed shit here.
And the doctor can't figure those things out for you,
right?
Okay.
I have compounding issues.
Got
So
you
see, Money Mike, you saying if I was to go back, right? Am I supposed to tell them it's for range duty? Like I'm supposed to tell them exactly what I'm doing it for, and then they can actually prescribe that lens.
No, it's not a prescription. Yeah. It's a motherfucking the way they set up your lenses, guy.
No, they kind of like they
I'm talking about to be protective, like protective for the range, like.
Oh,
that
yes.
another?
Or there are companies, there are safety companies. There's one company. I don't want to put them out there, but there's a company that actually technically is a eyeglass doctor company, but yet still they focus on for shooting sports for at the range. Safe. So
it's just
yeah, but you don't. But Money. Hold on. Let me talk real quick because I have them. So Money Mike, you don't. I'm not saying you can't get better glasses for that, but you have to understand. I do construction, right? So the lenses are impact resistant. Like they're not going to shatter. They're not going to break, right?
Right.
So in construction, if they're not going to shatter like that or break off into like shards into my eye, they're not going to do it if a shell hits it. So they're just safety. They're the glass and the glass and the lens or the glass lenses are just they're safety. They're not gonna shatter like a normal eyeglass. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't.
If you go to the eye doctor, they can. If you tell them you need shatterproof resistant, like I'm pretty sure you went to your.
You don't even need to go to the eye doctor, Mike. All you have to do is just ask them. And I go to Walmart, and Cass introduced me to this. You go to Walmart and you say you need ANSI certified safety lenses.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's just a standard shit for construction.
Little glasses that I wear, the safety glasses when I was down in DC. Georgia, I wear. Those are ANSI certified. The problem with those is they're not progressive on the top.
Yeah, they're Z87 if I'm correct. Z87 is construction lenses.
Yeah,
where they're not going to shatter.
They got to be at least ZZ3 or 4 or some shit like that.
So this is what I'm saying. Like when you go to the doctor and you tell them, like for example, for Armel, you're saying that if you need it switched, you need the glasses to do a certain job. If you tell the doctor that, hey, I need these glasses to do a certain job, plus I need for them to be shatterproof for safety reasons for shooting sports or construction work or whatever, I need to be shatter resistant. Can't they be able to switch and put the bifocal part up high versus low?
They can.
Okay, cool.
Right? They can.
Yeah, they can do it.
What happens is you end up in a situation like I am. You can't have everything. There's no everything solution.
Okay.
And that's the issue that I'm running into.
Yeah, because they're split.
I need this here up high, but I also need to walk around. You know what I mean? I need this here high, but I also need to walk around. But if this is up high, I can't walk around. So I need that low. But if I have it that low, I can't shoot with that being that low. Or I have to raise my chin up and change my shooting position.
Right.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ends up being fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I know. Like I'm looking at one point of my lens to shoot. And if I actually look at the other point of my lens, it's blurry. But because that's due to there's dual purposes on the lens. Like this might distract light, so it's better for driving and reading or whatever the case may be. And then she told me to tilt. If I want to actually get a better focal point, tilt my glasses so I'm looking at the top of my lens now.
Oh, you an old ass nigga.
So yeah, so when I went to Georgia, yeah. So when I went to Georgia, I'm like, oh shit, I could see 50 fucking yards. Like I can see 50 yards. I'm like, I'm smacking that shit like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, cool. But like, if I don't have them on, I have a problem, I think. But if I could have that same setup and at the same time I'm able to actually be protected, and I'm just, it's not like a pair of Cartiers, that'd be dope. That's
let me tell you this, DC Money. DC Money, let me give you that, right? You showed me, and I gotta give you your flowers for this, right? You showed me a technique, right? And I was out there with Jay the Shooter, you know, testing out the ammunition and shit, right? The technique that you showed me as far as, okay, where the sight is aligned shouldn't matter. Where, you know what I mean, compare the sight alignment. You showed me this when we was at XCAP. Compare the sight alignment as far as where your grip is, and then take the shot. You just compare.
Bye, everybody.
And Cass is leaving. But you showed me that DC Money, and it's been working. So the shots that I took when I used the technique that you showed me, as far as the grip and your trigger placement, end up landing where close to where it was intended. The alphas close to where they always alphas, but close to where it was intended was better than just straight up sight alignment, just visually seeing.
Yeah, I mean that's point shooting. Yeah, just
and that's shooting. Why I'm so interested in point shooting.
Yeah,
I want to learn that too.
And that's why I'm so interested in point shooting, because point shooting is far more applicable in real life situations than all of that pressing and all of that bullshit that niggas is doing. You know what I mean? But we gonna get on that. And Cass went to bed, and I'm you know, I'm a man.
Is what, coming from low ready.
Fucking up my flow, bro. Yo, all y'all niggas got my number. Y'all fucking up my flow.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking up my flow. Yo, all y'all niggas got my number. Everybody on here. Yo, everybody who in the chat still, however many, I love y'all. I'm in this live. We on here like an hour and 41 minutes too long. Yo, y'all fucking up my flow. I gotta go.
All right, bro.
Everybody.
It's straight. But yo,